time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
So where's the office? Back at the division? Yeah, in the office, baby. Going up.
All righty, welcome in. Fantastic Friday. Happy you're here for us. Bengals replay going on. Got Adam King to my right, Jacob Reimer behind the glass. Boys, good to see you.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here. The best intro in radio, no doubt, with that.
Thank you,
in the
sir.
office, baby.
We got a nice show for you today. We'll go up to Cleveland, talk to our friend Ben Axelrod, awkward announcing, senior editor at 12:30, and get a little Shedeur sighting and see what's going on. Not up there, but obviously in Carolina. But we've got the Bengals game a little bit. Oh, he got it. He got in and he got out. Oh, we can all take a deep breath. Burrow, amazing. We'll talk about him. We've got a great little back and forth between Dabo Sweeney and his collection of clones. And so we'll have that for you at 2 o'clock. Jensen Lewis stops by for a little VSiN Live, a little chin music at 2:30. As always, we'll do overs and unders, a little pressure cooker. We'll put you to work today because you were a no-show yesterday. So that means you have to make amends.
I want to publicly apologize to all those listeners. And we heard that there were a few hundred that were very upset. And I believe they turned off the show. They said, if we can't hear Adam King, what's the point of listening? And I thought that was a little harsh. I'm going to be honest for you. But I do want to apologize to them. And we hope that today makes up for that.
Yeah, that was kind of a weak apology because there really was no reason given. It was just more of a sorry.
You know, we call that a non-apology apology. And that's where I'm not going to take any accountability. And I am going to pin it off on Reimer because that's easier. And then when
he called twice.
When he starts talking, I'm just going to talk over him. That's my plan here. When he starts talking, I'm just going to.
It went all the way through twice, and I heard Adam King's voice on the voicemail, but nothing else.
I got to update my voicemail. I sound like a 6-year-old in my voicemail.
Yeah, you do.
Hi, you've reached Adam.
Who does their own voicemail anymore?
Well, I want people to know that they found me.
You've reached this number. Let the AI handle it.
What if they think it's the not me, though? So I say, you've reached Adam King.
All right, that's enough of that.
That's what I sound like. Reimer, am I wrong?
No one wants to call you ever.
It's not wrong.
It is a weird strategy because now you're actually they're hoping you actually answer the phone and they don't have to hear the message.
Exactly.
So
See?
Maybe I understand where you're going with that.
Maybe that's why I don't have any phone calls ever. Nobody ever wants to talk to me.
He was an early riser. Maybe didn't have any friends. I'm an educated man, but I can't speak intelligently about the travel habits of a young Adam King. Joey Franchise survives and thrives. I love the humble brags. I love this is very Tiger Woods-esque. When Tiger Woods first got on the tour and he would shoot like 64 and they'd ask him how he played, I didn't have my A game. Like that was now, it originally kind of rubbed some guys wrong on the tour. Like, okay, enough with that. Just say you played great. Don't tell us you left 8 shots out there when you shot 64. Now, once they learned Tiger Woods was a freak and a once in a 50-year guy, and they realized that maybe he was being honest. And so, by the way, Joey took a big hit. I don't know if you guys saw this. This wasn't televised locally. They're replaying it now, but it wasn't televised locally. And the touchdown pass that he threw to Jamar Chase, there was a blitzing, unblocked linebacker that came right in, and this was Joe throwing and taking that hit. He took a hit. I was wrong. I thought he'd be a little smarter than that. Nobody's hitting me. If I got to dirt the ball, I'll dirt it or get it out a little sooner than I want to. But the touchdown pitch and catch that he had with Jamar, he got hit. And I assume Bengal fan was like, see, that's why we don't need him in there this early. But he got in, he got out. He was near perfect, and he looked as sharp as you expected him to look.
Can I say this? And maybe you perfectly summed up how I felt yesterday. I am a little tired of the Joe Burrow. It was average. I think it's an overdone shtick at this point. We get it, Joe. Like, you have an expectation for yourself that's unreachable, but you were 9 of 10 with 2 touchdowns in a preseason game. Let's call it like it is. You were really good today. Let's move on. Also, it's amazing to see that the fan base has bullied Zach Taylor into playing the guys preseason. After all these years, Zach said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it week 1. I don't want to hear it week 2. There you go. And
yeah, but there's no guarantee they're going to win the game.
That's true.
They're going to win an opener.
And there's no guarantee that Joe Burrow was going to get out of there safely. Look over just a little bit west to the nice city of Indianapolis.
Sir Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
his pinky wasn't supposed to point that way.
Blind side. Got to pick up that. Got to have a pre-snap read there. You probably got to see that.
But how does the running back not see it? I mean, the guy's coming free, and the running back
wasn't his assignment.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy's running
hot route. It's red 7.
If it was an Ohio State running back, they would have picked up that block.
They would have picked up the block. There would have been a skirmish on the middle of the field, and Anthony Rothman would have left bloodied.
That's right. All right, let's hear from Joey Franchise on his performance last night. You can spin these in whatever order you like.
I wouldn't say I didn't like anything. I think, for myself, I could have been better. I missed the first throw. I put all the other ones where I wanted to put them. Would have liked to have spun it a little better consistently today. But, we scored 2 touchdowns, so go learn from a couple reps and get better.
All right, I don't think that was a fairly decent assessment. I think what he's protecting against is, as a leader and as the quarterback, is you're always trying to have the carrot on the stick. We never want to come in here and say that this is the first preseason game. I'm with you. The 9 of 10, 2 touchdowns, no picks, all of that. He probably QB rating of what, $160 or whatever it was. Probably needed to be like, you know what? That's about as good as we could have expected in a preseason game, the opener.
I just don't understand why he can't walk to the podium and just say, you know what? I was happy with that. We've got to get better in this areas. I could have been 11 for 10 and had 8 touchdowns, but we got to grow on that. And
he wasn't in his Paris fashion show outfit. He didn't feel like he could go all in. All right, what's next on the Joey Franchise Spin the Wheel?
So this was just from it was good to get some preseason reps.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just good to play football again. The more reps you get at it, the better you're going to be at it. So I think Hobbs said we got 15 reps tonight, so we're 15 reps better.
I think he's being fairly literal. I really, now that I hear it, I think it's maybe just the way, the tone of it. Maybe you and I both think he should maybe sound a little more like Pep, a little pep in his step. But they did lose the game. Not that it would be his fault because they had to play Ritter and Browning as well. All right, let's go with the trifecta. What's the final one?
So this one, we talked about Chase Brown last week about if he could be a fantasy sleeper and everything. And so Joe was talking about how he impacts the offense.
Yeah, he's going to play a huge role for us this year. He caught one out of the backfield today. If we get 4, 5, 6 yards every carry, every time we hand it to him, that's going to pay dividends.
Oh, the old pay dividends. Well, right out of the John McEnroe analysis playbook.
I'll tell you this much.
That's going to pay dividends.
If you get 4, 5, or 6 yards from him every carry, I'll play the literal game here, Joe. That's going to pay touchdowns and wins. I mean, what an expectation to set for your running back.
He was so good in the second half last year, Chase Brown was.
I have a problem. Burrow does this so often.
Stop it there. I have a problem.
I have a problem. Let's talk about it. All right. It has nothing to do with the Bengals. It has a lot to do. It's been a tough upbringing.
Lay down.
Yeah.
Let's forget about mom for a while. We got a whole new bag of issues.
We're not even talking about football. What if we just did for next hour? You were my therapist, and we just broke it down, and then Reimer could chime in when he thinks we've gone too far. Reimer, you in?
That'd be good.
Would you be a talkative therapist, or would you be the kind of guy that just sits there and takes notes and lets the guy talk?
No, I'd like to comment, interject. Yeah.
How hard would it be for you to not make jokes? Because I feel like that would be my biggest downfall as a therapist, is like someone would be pouring their soul out, and I would just every now and then.
I'd have to ask you this: Do you want the truth? Can you handle the truth? That's what I would ask right out of the gate.
What if the guy?
You want answers? I want the truth.
What if the guy hit you back just straight up and he said, this is a world and this world has walls and those walls, and then you just...
What if I said I don't have the time or the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the very blanket of the freedom that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provided? I'd rather you just say, thank you, Mr. Rothman, and go on your way and pay me first. How about that?
Boy, I tell you what, this is going to be a rough therapy session. It's not going to go very well. I'm going to leave crying. I have no doubt.
The real doctor will be duct taped behind the door. All right. Well, listen, Joey's somewhat happy. We think he should feel happier, but you know what? The Bengals have made it very clear that Chase Brown is involved in this offense a lot.
Who am I to tell a man to be happier? I apologize, Joe.
Well, he makes $3.5 million per game.
That's a lot of money. Does he
get paid extra for the preseason?
It's a good question.
Was that included in the salary?
I'm not sure if it's preseason too.
I think it's got to be everything.
Heard of that.
It's got to be everything because if he didn't play, he'd still get paid.
I think so.
It's a season salary, right? I just broke it down per game, but I never included the preseason in my calculations.
NFL players get paid for preseason games. They receive a per diem for the first day of training camp through the Sunday before the regular season.
So a little extra spending cash.
A little extra spending cash. You can take it down to the old corner store.
Because they need extra spending cash.
Even a contract like his, I don't know this answer. As long as I've been talking football, I don't know the answer. If I assume that his $55 million a year covers whether he plays or not in preseason, it covers showing up to practice. You're saying he just gets a per diem, an extra little, spending cash, traveling fees. You had expenses. You didn't want to eat lunch here. I don't know.
I would assume that there has to be something extra because look at a guy like Anthony Richardson. If you're getting hurt in a preseason game, you're going to need something on the back end to cover you to say, hey, you've just thrown away weeks, if not months of my season for a game that does not matter. I'm going to need X, Y, Z. Right. You'd have to think that, right?
Boy. I don't think that's what Joe's agent would be negotiating for in the contract. Hey, by the way, if you're going to play him in preseason, we're going to need this. I don't think that happens.
We're going to need the Batmobile.
We'll come back. It's Shedur's turn tonight to live up to Joey franchise. And Shedeur and picking sides again. It seems like this will never stop. That's next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab. Just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Attention Columbus foodies. Are you a smoker of mouthwatering chicken wings? Then bring the heat to the Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest, presented by American Nitro. First place wins $1,000, but more importantly, bragging rights. It's all going down Saturday, October 4th with wings, beer, music, and more. Sign up your team today at americannitro.com/wingfest. Don't wait. Spots are filling up smoking fast. Wingfest supports local causes like Southwest Career Academy, Ghosts of War, and Gigi's. Let's wing it for a great cause. Sign your team up today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
What does summer bring to mind? Lazy days by the pool? Hot dogs on the grill? How about large, sweaty men putting work in to defend their national title? Yes, your summer home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday. We are seeing plenty of sunshine in your forecast with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies with our overnight lows in the 60s. Can't rule out a stray shower, though, although most of us today will stay dry. For your Saturday, we'll see plenty of sunshine and even warmer with highs getting into the low 90s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Like trying to snap a picture of Bigfoot. Nobody has ever witnessed Maddie eating a carb. This is Rothman and Ice.
Brownies, orange and fudge. First game experience for Shedeur Sanders in the NFL. It's really what it's all about. Fifth rounder, all that good stuff. The picking of the sides has happened this week. And we talked about it yesterday, which is this whole set him up to fail narrative. That while they have to play him out of necessity, that they're not giving him the personnel to succeed, whether it was in practice or tonight. Does he really deserve all of that? He's a fifth rounder. I think I could see where the guys that he has been throwing to all summer, that you'd almost rather have those guys, even if they are lesser talent. You might have some sort of relationship going with those guys. The reason I bring this up is because RG3 had a tweet about this. Rhymes, what did he write?
1 second.
Good talk. Good conversation there. Rhymes.
I was setting him up for greatness.
For those that couldn't...
By the way, that was your Shedeur moment.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Now we're in 1st and 15, and
I'll tell you this, for those that can't see, he had his feet kicked up, his hands behind his head. It was not a good look for someone who's trying to...
We had nonverbal communication.
He's trying to get a job here.
For the Orlovsky clip.
Well, no, that's the follow-up. Okay, all right.
So,
all right.
You guys have the chemistry of
Shedeur and a backup receiver.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I say the tweet now?
Yes.
Yes.
Shedeur Sanders is being set up to fail in Cleveland, but God's got him showing out even the limited reps.
That was RG3?
All right. So Orlovsky read that and then had this to say.
Will everybody stop with the Shedeur Sanders is being set up to fail narrative? Who do you want to start the game? It's preseason week 1. First option, Joe Flacco. He's played for like 20 years. He's not going to start preseason week 1. The next 2 options would be a Kenny Pickett or a Dylan Gabriel. Both are dealing with hamstring injuries. Neither has practiced a ton recently. If they've done anything, I believe it's been 7-on-7. Who do you want to start the game? The next 2 options are Shedeur and Snoop Huntley. Shedeur's been there. Snoop Huntley just got there. So while Shedeur may not have had reps with the ones, what else do you want them to do in Cleveland? It's an opportunity for him. It may not be the ideal opportunity. Very rarely is it for a 5th-round pick, but it's an opportunity for him to go out there and do in a game what many have reported he's done in practice. Stop with the setup to fail narrative.
Mm-hmm. He's not wrong. I think he missed the point earlier, which is not that Browns fans were arguing whether he should play or not. I think they could all do the math and realize that they only have a couple true, maybe healthy quarterbacks, and they have to play a game, and they don't want to risk the other guys coming off hamstring. I don't think that's what Browns fans were yelling at. They were yelling, if you know he's going to start, give him the best opportunity in preparation to look as good as he can. So I think Orlovsky missed the mark in the first half, brought it back in the second half. I mean, do you know who started for the Philadelphia Eagles last night?
I know it wasn't Kyle McCord. I know his first throw didn't go real well.
I know Will Shipley was the running back because he was just running all through the Bengals defense.
There's a guy named Tanner McKee.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee.
Yeah. Tanner McKee.
If Tanner McKee was starting for the Browns tonight, we wouldn't be talking about it. His name is Shedeur Sanders. There's a reason we're talking about him. He slipped in the draft. They thought he was a first-round talent. Got all the way to the 5th round. Nobody wanted him, whether it was because they didn't think he was tall enough, athletic enough, or whether he came off wrong in the meeting. Whatever it was, they bypassed him. And the last I checked, the NFL is into having talent. We'll coach him up. Is he talented enough to be at this level? We'll coach him up. And everybody passed on him until he got all the way down there in the 5th round, and either Haslam said there's too much notoriety, that we got to grab him, or whether they felt it's value now. We like Dylan over him, but he's still there. We'll take him too. That's why we're talking about him. This was a projected first-round talent that fell to the 5th round, and he's the son of maybe the greatest athlete that's ever played.
Now, I think it's funny because everybody in August gets to be their own GM of their own team when they play fantasy football. And I would ask them if they had their eyes on someone in the 4th round and they passed on him in their fantasy draft, and then magically they blinked and they're in their 9th round and the guy's still sitting there, you're going to take him. And then you're going to have higher expectations for him than you do in a 9th round pick. You're just surprised that he's still there. The Browns weren't going to give up draft capital for a guy that was free falling. Now, when I look at this team, as much as I don't know that Shedeur Sanders is going to be an NFL quarterback, I think you have to hand him the keys. I think Kenny Pickett is obviously hurt right now with the hamstring. Joe Flacco has proven what he can do, and I love Joe Flacco. But do you really want
him?
Well, he's a good guy.
Right.
He's very nice man. Mm-hmm. I often speak to him. When you think about what you want with this team, do you really want to say to the group that you're trying to convince is a championship contender, we're just going to go back to Flacco and hope that's enough? No. And then you're looking at Dylan Gabriel versus Shedeur Sanders. And I have to say, as much as I think the floor is much lower for Sanders, the ceiling is sky high. If things actually work out, why not? Listen, the Browns.
I'm listening.
You listening?
I'm listening.
Reimer?
I'm not talking now.
Reimer, you listening?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
If you're the Browns, the expectation is for you to miss the playoffs again, is it not?
I think their projection in USA Today, which I'll tease for later, they have them at 3 wins.
3 wins. So, if you would be willing to sacrifice a 3-win season for maybe a 2-win season, or a 1-win season, or a no-win season, to see if the Shedeur experiment works, why not do it? Why not give him the keys to the car and let's see how it works?
Okay. Here's where the complaint comes in. You're giving him keys to a car that doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Needs an alignment, bald tires, rattles. It's got problems. what they're saying is if you're going to give him that chance, give him a fighting chance. That's the argument. The Browns aren't going to be starting most, if not all, of their first unit offensive linemen. The line that he's playing behind tonight, we'll see, are those guys that aren't going to be starting on Sundays. The Panthers are expected to play their starters for at least some portion of the first quarter. Now, the exceptions are likely probably Derek Brown won't, as Robinson probably not as well. But that's where the setup to fail narrative came into play. It's not that they have to play him. That's why I felt like Orlovsky's missing the point. The setup to fail is not, he hasn't gotten number one reps with the first team and all practice long, and now we're going to throw him out there. No, he's a pro. He's got to play. It's, can you help him a little in the first quarter? Shedeur Sanders' season at Colorado, the 2024 season at Colorado, 74% completion, first in FBS, 4,100 yards, fourth in FBS, 37 passing touchdowns, second in FBS. This is why he was touted as a first rounder. I think that's the only reason this narrative popped up, is that if you're going to put him out there, at least give him some help at a certain level to really dissect what he can be. Now, I said yesterday, this may work for him, and that if he doesn't succeed tonight in the first half, that you can write it off as he didn't get the help he needed. If he actually performs pretty well, now he's exceeded expectations. Wow, if he did that with the backups, what could he do with the starters? So I do think he's embracing it. He hasn't said anything wrong, but I think that's where this narrative came up, where RG3 said, set him up to fail. It didn't mean that that they're playing him. So I think both those guys kind of butted heads, and so I was trying to kind of play arbitrator there.
I think if you're Shedeur Sanders, I don't care if you put me with the fourth string guys. Just put me out there.
Because I wouldn't have probably gotten that shot if the other guys were healthy.
Exactly.
At least not this week.
Not this week. Put me out there with anybody and everybody and let me go show what I can do. And you're right. If it goes really well, wow, he did that with the second string and third string guys. And if it goes really wrong, well, sometimes when it goes south, it goes south. And you do that with the third string guys, and you can say, hey, you put me in there and you set me up to fail.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Okay. Artist? Year?
1996.
Way late.
1983.
A little early.
1986.
A little high.
1985.
Bob Barker, go lower. 85, you got it.
I got it.
Yes, you got it, folks. John Fogerty. All right, we come back in 2 minutes. Ben Axelrod, awkward announcing senior editor. He's a Brownies guy. We'll get his take on it in 2 minutes. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Matty promises he'll continue to do the show even if he wins the lottery. If only we believed him. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Matty trying to convince me that if he wins the lottery, he'd still do 3 days a week here. And not only that, I think he'd want to do Mondays and Fridays as well.
I don't buy it. You win the lottery, he's out of here. What about you? Would you come back?
No.
How much would you have to win to call it a day?
The better question is, how much would people pay to make me go away?
I'll give you $120.
Exactly. Ben Axelrod, we're not paying him today. He's doing this for free. What a guy. Senior editor, Awful Announcing. He's with us now on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Ben, how you been, bud?
I'm not getting paid for this.
I knew I probably should have let the cat out of the bag there. All right. Well, you know what? Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes first, right? Consider this an audition. What is your dream scenario for the Browns quarterback development this year? What we get to the end of the season, and I ask you, all right, when you came on our show in August, you said that what do you want to happen?
I would say the dream scenario would be either Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders breaking out. I think that's very clearly the dream scenario here. The reality of this Brown season is they are dealing with the aftermath of the Deshaun Watson trade. They are in this position because of the Deshaun Watson trade. The way his contract is set up, they're still going to be feeling the ramifications of this deal for years to come. And really the only way out of it, or at least the easiest way out of it, would be to hit on a rookie quarterback who would then be on a rookie contract and be under team control under a team-friendly salary for at least the next 4 seasons. And so that's the dream. That's why when they had the number 2 pick, a lot of the conversations back then were focused on Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders because those seemed like the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. And obviously what happened with Shedeur was totally unexpected, but he's still on this roster. And so if either of the 2 rookies, regardless of what you think about either of them now, if they can break out, that would be the dream for the Browns franchise and be really a life raft for what was, the most disastrous transaction in NFL history.
Yeah, listen, if it happens, it's going to turn out to be one of their greatest draft picks ever, that they got him where they got him. So do you think he's getting a fair shake right now? He's a 5th rounder. He wasn't high in the depth chart anyway. And the reason I ask it is there's this narrative going around about that he's being set up to fail, that, they have to start him out of necessity tonight, but he's not going to be with anybody that's going to be starting, and it's going to be tougher for him to succeed, or he didn't get enough reps with the ones to be ready for this. I just think this all kind of happened in a fluid situation. Guys' hamstrings got tweaked. Everybody moves up a rung. Do you think he's been treated okay to this point, and that this is kind of a timely reward for him?
Yeah, I think if this was Will Howard or if this was Kyle McCord, 2 other guys who were taken in a similar range, nobody would be batting an eye at the way the Browns have handled this. But it is Shedeur Sanders, and it is, like I said, this was a quarterback who people thought might go as high as 2. He was projected to go number 1 overall for a significant portion of last year. He obviously, he was the most famous prospect in the draft, and so there is that extra layer of attention, and that is something that, because of, like you mentioned, the Kenny Pickett injury, and now Dylan Gabriel is dealing with an injury as well. There has been that opportunity to elevate him, but it's clear, reading the Browns' actions and taking a look at this, that's not their plan. They have no plans to rush Shedeur Sanders. I don't think they want to even. I don't think it's in the cards for them. And again, if this was a different quarterback with a different name, nobody would be batting an eye about that. But on the other hand, they knew what they were getting into. You can't feel bad for the Browns when it comes to this media attention because this is ultimately what they were signing up for when they drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round last April.
All right, I got to ask you, Ben, with tonight's game, it feels like no matter what Shedeur does, the criticism or the fixation on him tonight is all anyone's going to talk about. So for you, what do you need to see from Shedeur to feel like it was a successful game against the Panthers?
Yeah, you would like him to just play mistake-free football. I think that, you'd like to see him make plays. You don't want him to go out there and just totally play it safe and just take what the defense gives him in terms of, not pushing the ball down the field. I think you would like to see some of that playmaking, but I think ultimately, you want to see him look like not a 5th round pick. You want to make it look like he's a guy who, fell to the 5th round for whatever reason he did, but it wasn't because of the football talent. And there were concerns about the football talent. There were concerns about what he is capable of and obviously the arm strength and all of that. So I think ultimately it's just, is he going to play above that draft position? Because that's ultimately what he is right now. That's what he's been slotted as, is a 5th round pick. And I think you'd at least like to see some of those flashes of that playmaking ability that we saw in those 2 years at Colorado that make you feel like, hey, there actually is a spark here, and this is somebody the Browns can at least consider in their pipeline here in terms of what they want to get out of this 2025 season that's probably going to be a lost season pretty quickly from a wins and losses standpoint.
The Tyler Snoop Huntley, bringing him in, signing him, I mean, listen, he's been around. He was with them last season, or part of it last season. Was that based on total necessity in your mind, or should Shedeur view him as competition?
I think that was total necessity. I think that told you that not only do they need another quarterback, they need another quarterback who can play in a game within the next 5 days from the time they signed him. And so, like you said, the fact that he was in this system an off season ago, that he's familiar with Kevin Stefanski and some of the terminology there. I mean, this to me is just saying, hey, we think this might be a game where we only have 2 quarterbacks who are going to play. One of them is going to be Shedeur Sanders, and we need somebody else who can run this offense at least for a half or for even just a quarter. So to me, because, it's not uncommon for a team to sign a quarterback and for it to be a camp arm, but for them to sign somebody who they have so much familiarity with and who, I think when you sign a camp arm, sometimes maybe it's a guy you'd like to see if there's some more upside there. They know what they have in Tyler Huntley. They know what he is, and he's not somebody who's going to make any sort of dent on this depth chart. And so the fact that they didn't go out there and take a look at maybe another rookie or a younger guy, I think that tells you everything you need to know, that this was pretty much just to have somebody ready to play in these preseason games.
All right, Ben, I got to ask you, we'll look away from the quarterback. Give me somebody else that you think fans should be locked in on and watching tonight to get excited about.
Yeah, I haven't seen the full list yet of who is going to play and who isn't going to play, and the Browns have typically they've made some unique decisions in the way they've gone about that under Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. They're one of the teams that typically doesn't play a lot of guys in that early game. So I am not totally sure who all is going to be out there. I do think this rookie class in general, though, is really one that I think all fans want to keep an eye on, especially obviously Mason Graham, who they got after the trade down for the number 2 pick and passing on Travis Hunter. I think, Mason Graham hitting, that is very important for the team because of the lack of draft success that they've had under Andrew Berry. And I think obviously Dylan Sampson with the uncertainty with Kinshawn Junkins and the uncertainty at the running back position in general. I think, just this rookie class in general, you really want to see them get out there and start to make some plays, because these are guys who are going to be counted on in your starting lineup throughout the 2025 season here.
Ben Axelrod with us, awkward announcing, senior editor. I agree with you. Graham's been playing with the ones in camp, so that would be, who knows whether he will play. That's up in the air, but that would be very interesting to watch. All right, before I let you go, because I know you read and write about a lot of this stuff, what was your biggest takeaway from the NFL ESPN merger?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, and we've been covering a lot about the conflicts of interest, real or imagined. My opinion on that is that we're well past that point. All of these media companies are in bed with the NFL because of how reliant they are on NFL programming and just the way television is going. But obviously now it's finalized. I think just the fact that you take this week as a whole, not only do they finalize the partnership or at least agree to the partnership with the NFL, but they add WWE, they extend their NFL draft rights. I mean, this to me all points toward their streaming service that is going to launch on August 21st. And I think that, when you talk about ESPN, the two things you should just always keep in mind are the two things they're focused on are the streaming service and their first Super Bowl, which they'll host at the end of the 2026 season. So obviously the NFL partnership appeals to both of those things. So I think if you just want to look at like where ESPN is heading, you just look at this deal and that will kind of tell you everything you need to know.
Well done, my man. Always like connecting, bud. Invoice us. It was fine.
You guys are getting paid?
You got it.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Ben Axelrod, Awkward Announcing Senior Editor. By the way, no more Monday Night Football doubleheaders.
I hate that. I loved the Monday Night doubleheader.
Well, you loved it if you were, it gave you an option to watch a different game, or if one was a bad game, you could move over.
Yeah, I just liked the idea that, I liked when they built it out where it was kind of like the one was ending as the first one was starting. And so maybe you missed the first quarter of the second game, but then you dive into a good game, you wrap. It felt March Madness-esque. I think that's how they should structure the NFL slate. Is just game after game after game after game. So 1 o'clock, you kick off one game, and then when that game gets to fourth quarter,
we don't all live in the same place.
Well, listen, it's not my fault if you live out west, all right? Kick it off at 1 o'clock and then structure it where every game kicks off as the next game is in the fourth quarter.
I just love that everything comes back to college basketball.
It
really does.
Listen, March Madness has figured it out.
Yes, just keep adding teams and until we all explode. We'll come back. Overs and unders next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
This Hall of Fame moment takes a look at a record-setting performance from a player who'd only been in a Reds uniform for 2 months. The fans that filed into Great American Ballpark on Tuesday evening, June 6th, 2017, to see the Reds take on the St. Louis Cardinals had no idea of the offensive spectacle they were about to witness.
Jeanette jammed, but he hits it out to left. That ball's going to fall. Here comes Hamilton racing around third. He's going to score.
Oh, this baby is hammered high and deep, and it is 5-0 Reds. That's a grand slam. My goodness, Scooter Jeanette. And this ball hammered into right center field, and it's a long 2-run home run. Scooter Jeanette.
Ball hit down the left field line by Jeanette into the corner. That's a home run, and that is the third home run of the night for Scooter Jeanette. Line drive right field. Ball carrying well. Home run. Scooter Jeanette. Not one, not two, not three. 4 home runs tonight for Scooter Jeanette.
An Offensive performance for the ages by Scooter Gennett. First player in Major League Baseball history with 5 hits, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. The Hall of Fame moment is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. With their financial strength behind you, visit westernsouthern.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
Purple Wave Auction remains the trusted leader in online equipment auctions. What makes the difference is you. You are part of our growing global community that continues to trust Purple Wave with the equipment that builds and feeds America. This trust placed in us by our community, from construction to ag producers and fleet drivers, brings great equipment opportunities to their next owners. Join the Purple Wave community today. purplewave.com.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice presents Overs and Unders.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All righty, rhyme time. Overs and unders. What do you have cooked up for us?
So, as we were just talking about with Ben and Shedeur and making his debut tonight, over under half a touchdown for tonight for Shedeur. Will he throw a touchdown?
Yeah, I'm going to say over.
Is it the easiest question in the world? Yes.
It's just playing too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the easiest question.
You think that there's a world he doesn't have a touchdown?
He's got to be able to move the ball down the field.
What do you think? It's scripted?
No, I'm just saying I think you play enough in a preseason game against the third-string guys, you're going to score a touchdown.
Well, you may be playing with third-string guys yourself.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
He scores.
And he could hand
I think
it
we're
off.
on the same side. I just feel like I don't know if it's a lock of all locks.
I would bet my entire 401k on it. All $12.
Yours, Dom's, doesn't matter.
Anybody's. All the 401ks.
Hey, there's odds out there for it.
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
I think it's like minus 125.
Never tell me the odds.
Why would you say there's odds out there and not know the odds? Come on now. What are you, an intern?
He said the minus 125.
I think he pulled that out of nowhere.
Did you make it up?
He did. He made it up. He straight up made it up. He had no idea. It would be, I bet it'd be minus 400 for him to have over a touchdown.
We're looking.
All right, listen. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
Exactly.
All right, so we're both taking the over. Mark us down for the over.
Yeah.
Okay. So for him to have a touchdown is minus 115. I was close.
Oh, that feels like good money. Get in on that.
So similar to...
Anthony just got some Vicodin, and anybody can get in on that.
Get in on it.
That's today's health minute.
There you go.
All right, go ahead.
Kind of sticking with Shedeur, his alma mater at Colorado was the most bet over and under on win totals. So on both overs and unders. So over under 5.5 wins for Colorado this year.
That feels like a good number.
I don't keep up with Colorado's transfer portal.
Are you kidding me? Not every day you're not on there looking at those Boulder, who's going to Boulder and who's not? I'll take the under. I'll take the under, but I think that's the number. I think 5 might be the magic number there. Well done. Well done.
Be nice to know a schedule.
Well, okay. That's you're taking that with too much, into account.
I'm
here.
trying to take the segment too seriously.
Yeah,
trying to actually do a little
Georgia
research.
Tech,
have a job.
Delaware's one win. All right, Wyoming's another win. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have Nebraska?
That's the only. No, they don't have Nebraska. These are the only 2 guaranteed wins on their schedule. BYU's a loss. Houston could be a loss. TCU
Market guaranteed.
Iowa State at Utah's a loss. Maybe Arizona, that gets you to 4. At West Virginia's a loss. I don't know. I don't know that they get to 5 wins.
I'm going to say over.
I don't know.
They
that
only
they
have
get
5 road games.
I don't know that they get the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I don't know.
You know what? It sounds like you're not invested into this over-under.
Feels like over is the call.
You're being real Joe Burrow-y right now. You're not invested. You're just kind of being, it's fine.
They haven't won a bowl game in 20 years. It's hard for me to get excited. All right, go ahead. I'm taking the over, though.
So last night, too, in preseason, we saw a clip going around of Marshawn Lynch getting into taking some photographs, trying to follow King Griffey Jr.
And Randy Johnson.
Yeah, and Randy Johnson. So how many times will we see a picture that's from Marshawn Lynch on social media this season? I'll give you the line at 4.5.
Oh, I get what I just looked it up.
He's doing the season.
I get what you're saying.
He's a credentialed photographer for the season. This is what happens. The same thing that happened with Junior. Junior's at the Masters taking pictures, and everybody has a picture who was there that was working, has a picture of Rory after he made the putt. And everyone's just glazing the picture of Ken Griffey like it's the Ansel Adams, like it's the greatest picture that's ever been taken. He used a pinhole camera to do it, and it's a picture. So yes, it's going to be over. It's Marshawn Lynch. It's not about the picture. It's about who's taking it.
I've seen more pictures of Marshawn. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last night was great when whoever that kid was that backed into the end zone, he put his forearm out because Marshawn didn't want to get rolled up on.
I've seen more pictures of Marshawn taking pictures than actually a picture.
Here's Adam Schefter's tweet to 11.5 million people. One of the best parts of Thursday night's preseason was Marshawn Lynch working as a credentialed photographer. That was one of the best parts.
I don't understand how that's enjoyable.
It's because it's so out of the ordinary. It's just to have a guy as a working member of the media taking pictures, not there as a commentator. It's odd. I didn't even know, he knew how to take professional pictures, but maybe they don't have to be.
Yeah, they don't have to be good. He's Marshawn Lynch.
I feel like just because it's Marshawn Lynch, you wouldn't expect a guy like him taking the pictures.
I agree. What's the interest level of these amazing stars that are into photography is kind of amazing to me. I agree with you. He could just be standing there. He didn't need to be working. It's a working member of the media, just like you. Look at that. Stars. They're just like us.
It's just for show, the camera.
But
show.
I'll tell you this much. I think that I could be a better running back than Marshawn could be a media member. Okay. That's where I'm locking it in. I could have run the ball on 1 yard line.
I'm over on the pictures. If he's dedicated to working the season or home Seattle games.
He shot one game. I haven't seen a picture from it. I don't think he's posted anything.
Wait, and what games is he going to be at?
If he's
at big games, are we going to see a picture of that moment that's from him?
Yes, we will.
I haven't seen one. So, no, I'm taking the under. I'm thinking it's not a real camera. Locking it in. It's one that squirts you with a little water when you take the picture.
It's got a big lens.
I was waiting. I was waiting on it.
Got a telephoto lens.
Hey-o!
All right, anything else?
Yeah, there was a clip going around yesterday of our truly Emeka Egbuka putting on a route running clinic at Bucks practice. So, over under, how many receiving touchdowns will he have? 3.5.
That's a good, I would say
3.5 for what?
The season.
Receiving touchdowns for the season.
I would take the over.
Over?
Yeah, that feels like a low line.
I thought you meant like in the next preseason game.
That's what I was seeing searching books.
Okay. Really? That's a good number as well. So how many touchdowns did Mike Evans have last year?
That's the thing. Mike Evans he takes every touchdown. Baker will just
not healthy all the time.
Mike Evans had 13 receiving touchdowns. Chris Godwin had, this is good radio. Godwin only had 5, but he was hurt a lot of the year.
I'm going to say over.
I'm taking
the way
the
they
over.
sling it around.
Yep.
All right, those are today's overs and unders. Lock them in. We come back, and the safer floor or higher ceiling conversation. We're talking Buckeyes. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
Donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
And we have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
We work to help your neighbors, the planet, and you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers. Tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Empower
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. 3 games on the NFL preseason slate tonight, including the Cleveland Browns in Carolina to face the Panthers at 7. Rookie Shedeur Sanders gets the start at quarterback for the Browns and is expected to play a lot of the game. You can hear it over on ESPN Columbus tonight beginning at 5. The Cincinnati Reds have lost 2 in a row. They're in Pittsburgh tonight facing the Pirates at 6:40. Rookie Chase Burns makes the start for Cincy. Mitch Keller for the Buccos. Because of that Browns game, you can hear this one over on the Fan's HD3 at 6:10. We'll join it in progress here on the Fan at 8. After an off day yesterday, the Cleveland Guardians in Chicago starting a series with the White Sox at 7:40. Tanner Bybee gets the ball for Cleveland opposite former Guardians pitcher Aaron Savale. This one's sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI.
The best teams don't always win titles. Sounds like AR and Maddie bragging about their fantasy teams.
Hey, that's cheating.
This is Rothman and Ice.
Second hour of the program, Adam King, 10 TV. In studio today, we've got bulletin sound coming for you this hour with Ryan Day. Pressure cooker. You know the Buckeyes are number 2 in the preseason coaches rankings. Right behind the team they will welcome in, Texas. Big rematch, different names and faces, a little less on the table, but still massive when it comes to an opener because the narrative, the fork in the road for Ohio State, you win the opener, you're the defending champs, and you're the number 1 team in America. And you just knocked off the number 1 team. So they will jump right to number 1, and then it's all about living up to that. Well, you lose the game, and it's about, again, you'll hear all the, first of all, how did they lose, if they did? How did it look? And then it's the climb. Then it's the climb back, similar to last year, and how you decide, can this team then take that and use it to their advantage and work their way all the way back into a playoff and become the team they want. Because you always hear the narrative, you want to be playing your best at the end of the year. You want to develop. You want to become a team. You can't really do that overnight. And so I think they can play the narrative either way, but you lose that game, Adam, and it puts in a little different layer of pressure on the season.
Well, first of all, I can't believe that you said all that without a Miley Cyrus reference with It's the Climb. I think we all agree when you hear It's the Climb, It's the Climb.
Don't know that song.
Are you kidding me?
I may know it if she's sang it.
It's not about how fast I get there.
Okay.
It's not about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. And that's, a lot of people compare that song with some that the Beatles have sang, Hey Jude.
Maybe Miley, that's the song they should be playing at the shoe.
Ooh, It's the Climb? Well,
I don't know.
That only works if they lose to Texas. Because if they beat Texas, they're already on the top of the mountain.
I didn't say I didn't know who she was. I said I'd never heard of her.
Let me ask you this. Did you know that she is also Hannah Montana?
That I did know.
Wow. This is a secret. A lot of people don't know that. You must be on the inside. With Ohio State, I will say it feels like you get this new world of college football where each game doesn't carry enough weight to crumble your season like it used to. But boy, lose that first game and that weight gets real heavy because then you have to beat Penn State. Obviously, you have to win at the end of the year. The 2-loss Ohio State team gets into the playoffs.
Right.
But
you skipped right over Illinois.
On the road. That 4-game stretch is unbelievable.
The Illabuck matters.
That 4-game stretch is...
Wait. 4-game stretch?
Yes.
Which one are you including? Minnesota at home?
Hold on.
After that, they go to Camp Randall.
Yeah.
I know, but he said 4-game stretch.
Look at let me make sure I'm not losing my mind. They go Illinois on the road, then to Camp Randall.
Which, yes, from an atmosphere standpoint, but they've handled it before.
And then they come home to Penn State.
After a bye week.
That 4-week stretch. I'm sorry. Okay. That 4-week stretch is...
So you're saying the bye week is as tough as
You watch out. That bye week jumps up and gets you.
You really walked into that one.
I mean, you think about it. You're thinking.
That's right.
You're taking the Saturday off. You're kicking your feet up. Boom.
Well, you know what you just did. The bye week, if Camp Randall were to go wrong, then the bye week becomes fairly serious.
And then you got to go to the Boilermakers.
Yes. And I have to drive over to West Lafayette.
Let me tell you something. West Lafayette,
they're not playing in Mackey.
Not too friendly. Hey, sidebar, and I don't want to hijack your show here, but do we think that UCLA will be a night game now? Because that's what I'm starting to think that UCLA will be the other night game on the Buckeye schedule.
A home night game in mid-November?
Be a little NBC broadcast?
At least a 3:30. I think it'll for sure be a 3:30. But you can do the night games in November now.
Could be nightmares for Nico again.
It would not shock me. I would almost guarantee
Nico actually played okay.
It's a 3:30 game.
Yeah, but his helmet got cracked.
He did, but he kept them in the game.
Getting some flashbacks, especially if it's at night.
Do a drone show. Yeah. What are you talking about? We did a night game in December. Okay? And you're going to come at me and tell me that we can't. You're going to look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
That was a fluid situation. Home playoff games. You're right. Cold doesn't matter.
I mean, I will say this. If it's not UCLA, then Ohio State only has one night game this year. That's crazy to me. And it's Ohio. Then we don't see night game at the Shoe after September 13th. I feel like UCLA
not a bad call.
At least is a 3:30 kick.
Okay.
At least
spill into the night.
And yes, and the wee shivers at 8 p.m. take over.
We had Jake Butt on the program yesterday.
What a name! Do you
I
know
emphasized it.
Do you know what his Twitter handle is?
Butt out?
No.
Or what?
Have you looked it up? No. JBooty88. I like that he leaned into it. You know, Jay Booty.
Jay Booty was on the program yesterday, and he talked about the decision at quarterback.
What type of player does Ryan want under center? Because, you know, they did the team inside, the team run drills today. Julian would hand the ball off, and he'd carry out a fake like he would keep the read option, but he never kept it. Lincoln, meanwhile, kept it on a number of occasions, and you could see this big, strong, physical athlete. So I would imagine at some point, I really wouldn't be surprised if there's some packages for Lincoln to have the option to pull it or run, regardless of whether he's the starter or not.
All right. So he said that. And I've been saying something kind of weird for a while now.
You've been saying a lot of weird things for a while.
So I brought up this theory that I have that is it possible, and you'll hear the question, I'm just trying to phrase it the right way, that running ability that Lincoln gives you, that 6'3", 210, powerful running guy versus more of a pocket passer, a little smaller in Julian Sayin, is it possible that you would want that in the Texas game, but also feel like that if Julian is the future and you feel like he's got the higher ceiling, then you would want to develop him all season long, and you wouldn't want to miss out on the opportunity to have the pressure and the atmosphere that Texas will provide in week 1. And I tried to ask that question the best way I could to Jake as well. Is there a chance in Ryan Day's mind, Brian Hartline's mind, that one of these guys could be more ready for the opener, but they may feel like there's a ceiling in the other guy and they want him to have this game no matter what?
You know, that's a good question. And again, like, define ceiling. Like, I think Julian is probably just a more natural, pure passer. Like, I felt he was much more accurate and tactical with his throws today. The ball location, putting the ball on the right shoulder, different throw tempos and layering of his throws. Whereas Lincoln, he's just a bigger, stronger athlete. I think he's capable of doing more outside of just throwing the football. So it depends on, what you want this offense to be and how you would evaluate the ceiling of each player and how it factors into the offense.
So I think he knew what I was getting at, that there's a temptation to go with Lincoln based on that tangible thing that he brings to the table as well. And then the way Julian can throw it and the way that he can be that type of guy for you later in the season. So while I think that I just think there's a temptation. So I'll ask it this way. What do you think the chances are that they both play in the opener?
Very slim. I mean, it would have to be a designed package.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have to be.
I'm not talking about splitting time and treating it as some sort of preseason game. It's not.
But it would have to be a designed package that worked so well in camp that they said, we have to implement this. It would have to be something where Lincoln is just so much better than Julian at that they said, we've got to get this guy in the game as well.
That you'd go away from the running backs.
Yes.
In a situational.
And I listen, I have made it clear. I say listen too much. Everybody's listening. We're on radio. That's all you can do.
Doing it for effect. I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody stop, listen.
Hey, what's that sound?
That's right.
I think, and I have said this, that
I was going more Vanilla Ice, but go ahead.
Okay. I think that it's Julian's job. I think right now there is a waiting game for Julian to take the reins. He's starting to do it. He's starting to separate himself a little bit. Lincoln is a very, very good quarterback. He is more than capable of leading this team to a national championship. This is a case of two really good guys. And that's kind of what, in talking to a lot of people, this is much different than McCord and Devin Brown. This is a case of two guys that at their highest level could both be in New York. But now it's about, and I think you nailed it with your question. I think it was a phenomenal question. I don't think you can play one guy in the Texas game and not ride with them, unless it goes horribly wrong.
I just feel that you could have a situation where you feel you might be able to win a certain game with this guy, yet the other guy, you have to have him experience that game. Because if he is the guy at the end of the year, and I may be really splitting hairs here because they may go part and parcel. It's like whoever has earned the right to start the opener would be the guy, and that's it. And there would be no high floor, high ceiling debate in that room. And that's kind of where I'm going. Does Lincoln give you a higher floor because of his running ability? And that makes you feel a little safer in an important game versus a high ceiling guy, and I may be totally wrong. You're telling me they both have equal ceilings, potentially.
I think Julian has the higher ceiling. I don't think, I guess this concept that Lincoln is some elite runner that you have to put out there. He's great. He's an unbelievable athlete. But Julian can move too. They can both. That's right. They're both that's the difference in this quarterback battle. This isn't Braxton Miller versus Will Howard. These are two guys that are very similar in style. But at the end of the day, I think you're right. I think if the game was tomorrow, they might play Lincoln because they're more comfortable with him because they think his floor is higher. But at the end of the day, I think it will be Julian because he will figure it.
And you can't not have him experience that game because you'll need it later in the year.
Exactly.
We come back, pressure cooker next. Who goes in? Find out. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove. Not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal? is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
Hey, my phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, flexible payment plans. Act now. Visit bluejackets.com/tickets.
Spend Labor Day weekend at Great American Ballpark. Cheer on the Reds when they face the Cardinals in a 3-game set August 29th through the 31st. Enjoy a fantastic post-game fireworks show on Friday presented by Toyota. Saturday, fans in attendance will receive a Hunter Green bobblehead featuring the Reds ace with his French Bulldog Ross, thanks to Tri-Health while supplies last. Bring the whole crew on Sunday and enjoy some afternoon baseball. Visit reds.com/tickets today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
We're rebranding our AM station, and the first order of business is bringing back the and Show. It's been gone for 15 years. All the fun starts Tuesday, September 2nd on the yet-to-be-named 1460 The Fans HD2.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday. We are seeing plenty of sunshine in your forecast with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies with our overnight lows in the 60s. Can't rule out a stray shower, though, although most of us today will stay dry. For your Saturday, we'll see plenty of sunshine and even warmer with highs getting into the low 90s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Under Pressure.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
Just thinking about this. Salary's the same. Would you like to be the biggest soap opera star ever, or just an average film actor?
Can you give me an average film actor? Give me a name.
Like a Joey Tribbiani.
Well, that's not a film. What?
He was in soap operas. He was in Days of Our Lives.
Okay, you just referenced. Are you kidding me? You just referenced a television star in a soap opera on a TV show. That's the most confusing answer you could have given, Reimer.
How is that not a great comparison?
I'm saying give me a middle of the level actor in big movies.
Level.
Joey Tribbiani was.
I'm saying in movies.
Let me think about that because my mind is going more towards, I would think, A-listers.
Like
B-listers are tough to think about.
Is Rob Schneider a B-lister?
Yeah.
I'm not knocking Matt LeBlanc.
Well,
I'm
see,
just
that's where I
saying
got
the actual character, Joey Tribbiani.
Is Nicolas Cage is an A-lister or B-lister?
He's an A-lister in the movie he's in, but he's not in enough movies to be an A-lister.
That would be the name I would probably.
So would I rather be Nicolas Cage or a star in soap operas? Nicolas Cage.
Like
I have the Declaration
star.
of Independence.
I just watched
I need a lesser film star is what I need. Someone that you would know, but it would be lesser than. And I just can't think of one.
B-list actors?
No. Like C-list almost.
How about, here's some B-list. Well, boy, I'll tell you this much. I don't know a single one of these B-list actors. Danny Trejo?
Okay, good. Would you rather be one of them or the leading soap opera star? The reason...
I'll tell you this. I know all these people. Oh my gosh, they have Cillian Murphy on here?
I think I'd rather be the film actor because the roles would constantly change.
Yeah.
Are these people on these soap operas playing the same character they played for 30, 40 years?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The same person, just aging, different scripts, obviously, different storylines, but you're playing the same person, yourself, for 40 years.
You've been playing the same person your whole life.
Walked right into that one.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
How's that going for you?
Not a film star.
You're not a film star?
At least not a regular film star.
Boy, I did not...
Pressure cooker. Speaking of salaries, I'm putting Lincoln Riley in this year.
Get him.
Big contract, huge buyout. I get it.
Get him.
How about some pressure to live up to something? I mean, are they really any closer to winning a title than before he got there? No more Caleb Williams. Coming off, 7-6. And look who they'll be traveling to. So they go to Notre Dame. USC goes to Notre Dame, Oregon, and Illinois. And they're home against Michigan and Iowa. Like, they only won one roadie last year. Now, I will say this. They lost 5 one-score games last year. So if they can right the ship on some of those. But I'm going to put Lincoln Riley in. And I know it's not like fire him because of the big contract and huge buyout, but man, this feels like a tough schedule and a tough rebound year. I know he's got a pretty big recruiting class coming in 26. That may hold him off, but he cannot tank this year. Lincoln Riley, into the cooker.
All right, my pressure cooker is a man named Arch Manning. And here's why. It has nothing to do with this season. It has everything to do with next year. I love my family. But if my family went out there...
Your family here at 10 TV?
My 10 TV family. If my mom went out there and said, just to be clear, Adam has committed his entire life to being at Texas forever.
10 TV.
10 TV
Let's
forever.
keep it related.
Yeah. I would say, well, yeah, I mean, that's the plan, but I don't know why you just went out there and told everybody that. So listen, Grandpa, don't go telling everybody I'm coming back next year, because maybe I haven't thought of that, Grandpa. Maybe I have the season of a lifetime and I want to go make money like my uncle and my dad, all right?
He's already making money.
But the fact that now, if Arch Manning leaves at the end of the year, nobody's going to look at Grandpa. Nobody's going to say, hey, well, you said this and he lied. No, they're going to look at Arch and say, why did you betray your grandfather? Why did you betray Texas? Why are you leaving the university that did so much for you? When in reality, he could have just left it alone. And at the end of the season, if things went well, he could have said, hey, guys, had a great year. I'm going to go pro. Thank you for your time. Or there would have been a great moment.
Maybe he's trying to take the focus off the preemptive deal. I agree with you, cementing it in. The only thing that would change it for me is if they won it all.
Well, I mean, just think about the moment when he walks now at the basketball court at the Texas logo in the middle of the game and he says, I'm coming back. Everybody's going to say, yeah, your grandpa said that back in August. Like, what are we celebrating here? Your grandpa already told us
thunder.
That. Yeah.
You think he's going to a Texas basketball game and announcing that?
That's what they all do. Every player is like
Texas hosting Kansas or something.
Yeah,
or not Kansas,
and they're
Alabama,
raising their
SEC now.
Yeah, they're raising their SEC trophy, and they're like, and one more thing, let's run it back. And they're like, well, Grandpa said that back in August, big guy. I don't know why we're all cheering.
Doesn't seem like that kind of kid, like that he would want that moment, the old comeback moment. But I see your point. That maybe he just left it alone.
Cooker,
but he also didn't want his grandson to answer questions every week. What are you thinking?
I get it.
Pressure's on the New York Yankees. I mean, in several ways. I mean, first of all, hanging on to a wild card barely. Big one is closing out games. Devin Williams, suddenly very human. When they got him from Milwaukee last year, he was coming off those 3 straight seasons, ERA under 2. He was supposed to be dominating. Instead, his ERA is almost 6. Strikeout numbers are tanking. And I know they got Bednar, but it's time for the Yankees to probably make the switch. Williams feels the pressure. He won't be the closer anymore. Maybe you put him in a setup role to get some confidence. And they need both those guys to help them get into the playoffs. The good news is that 14 of their last 47 are against the White Sox and Orioles. So if you're looking at over-under on Yankee wins, just keep that in mind that they really are gifted a nice schedule, especially towards the end. But I think the pressure's on Devin Williams. He's got to feel it. They basically got his replacement, and he's got to find a way to get some confidence. He's into the cooker.
My pressure cooker is in with the theme of the day, and it is Kevin Stefanski. But the problem is, boy, I just don't know how you survive this pressure cooker. You said three wins are expected for this team?
No, that's not their over-under. I'll get you their over-under. Right. USA Today projected
3 wins.
Yeah.
I mean, if this team has 3 wins, Kevin Stefanski is not the head coach next season. At what point do you say, hey, we have to expect better? Or do you just start calling it quits and saying, hey, 3, that's good. We got 3 wins. That's 2 more than we thought we'd get.
Closer they get to the number 1 pick, though.
But
yeah, what if that means they get Arch?
He's coming back.
That's right.
Grandpa said he's coming back.
Cleveland Browns over-under. Well, they give you 3 of them. So they're over-under. You could bet it at over-under 4.5. But that's minus 160 if you take the over. So that's the favorite. If you bet them over 5.5, you can get plus 115. So it's really, they're predicting it's 5 or 6 wins. What do you think?
I mean, at that point, I guess I don't understand how this ends with Kevin Stefanski. Maybe I'm not putting him in the pressure cooker because at this rate, anything is exceeding expectations. But he's got 45 quarterbacks on a roster that's 55 men strong, and he doesn't I don't know what tomorrow holds, and I would love to sit down. I've never seen this with a coach. It doesn't feel like fans are blaming Kevin Stefanski.
Some do,
but I would.
It's hard because he's won awards. He's been a guy who's considered pretty good.
Like him. But in this new world about the coaches got to go, the coaches got to go, the coaches got to go. At what point do you start to look at Kevin Stefanski and say, yes, you've done so much?
Feels like Haslam's given him some assurance with the way he kind of talked everybody into this is a very important draft for us, and everybody kind of bought it hook, line, and sinker that they were going after one guy, and then the fact that they traded down and they were setting this up for the future. It feels like that took him off the hook a little bit.
If the Browns win 3 games at the end of this year,
it's not great, but if their over-under is 4.5 or 5, it's not like they massively underachieved. I think you'd almost have to go winless to have that kind of embarrassing vibe.
I feel like it's got to be somewhat of a Eberflus situation with the Bears because Stefanski is one coach of the year, and if you get him a number 1 overall pick and Arch Manning, if he's not coming back, like Eberflus got Caleb Williams and it didn't work out, then you move on.
I mean, they extended his contract, so it's not like...
I understand.
I just don't think, outside of a goose egg, I don't think they'd be moving on from he or Barry.
I guess I simply put, I don't think he needs to move on. I understand that he's a very good coach. This new world of the NFL, it's bizarre to me to watch a fan base not attack a head coach who's now expected for one. It just feels like they keep pushing the cart down the road. It's like, well, we're going to have 3 wins this season, but next year that could be the year.
Haslam took the shot with Deshaun. He took the bullets.
Which, again, and that's you know what? That's a very good point because you cannot, that is a massive thing to hang over a head coach.
You'll never know.
Yes. Okay.
What he would have been with Deshaun if Deshaun lived up to expectations.
I want Kevin Stefanski to outperform this year. If that's 5 wins, then you've done a good job.
We come back in 2 minutes. Maybe some bulletin board material if Ohio State would want to sell it that way. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Tire and Auto Service. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid August 1st through August 30th. See store for details.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony's hidden talent is weaving a movie quote into every conversation. It's mostly not annoying. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Gregory Vincent McElroy Jr. He is the ESPN commentator, former collegiate star at Bama, former BCS national champion, quarterback, very short stint in the NFL. And I think he does a very good job. Takes his job seriously and analyzes it to the best of his ability. Played the ultimate position. So, what were you going to say about him?
I agree.
Yeah. There is a narrative now, or a headline, that he has kind of stunned the college football world with releasing his own rankings that mean nothing, only to him. Not that the rankings mean anything to anyone except the ones that really count from the committee. So when he released his preseason rankings, he kind of wowed some people with where a certain team landed on his list. And do you know?
I do not.
Okay.
Do you want me to not know? I won't look it up.
Yeah, I'd like you to. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to.
It's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and then the manager comes over to you and say, "Do you want to be known today?" And then you say no, and then he turns to all the employees. Don't know him.
Yes.
Don't know him.
Yes.
I just prefer that.
And
sometimes.
I hand the Sharpie back to the guy and I say, I can't. Not right now. Not right now. I have these big sunglasses on for a reason. This oversized hat because I don't want people to look at me.
Don't know. So
I do have a shirt on that says I'm Adam King 10 TV, but that's not for people to understand.
I work in TV. Ask me how.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You have the rankings in front of you as well over there?
I do, yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. I like being not in the know here.
I like being surprised. So he put out his rankings, and maybe we should make you guess his top 10.
Okay.
Maybe we could even have some music underneath.
Yeah, can we get some music?
I don't know. Music
it's the climb, not about how fast I get there.
That's
Hannah Montana sings that.
She's so good.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing. A lot of people don't know how good she is. How are we coming on the music over there?
Adam's
Reimer?
wearing khakis. He's a guy. He's hideous. Let's not worry about that. Let's not focus on that.
Okay.
Let's let him.
I'm watching
what he's going to do.
I'm watching the Eagles and the Bengals play. Are they playing? Is this live?
Yes.
They're losing 24-14.
Doing it again.
Yeah, they're playing again.
Actually, Joe felt the 9 of 10 didn't work out.
He wants 10 of 10.
Guys, we're going back the next day. We're going to play again.
All right. Top 10.
You
Here
want
we
to
go.
start? Let's see how many of the top 10 you can name, but you have to go in order.
Okay. I'm going to guess because we are a Columbus radio station and because there is a thing that national people love to do, which is rank the Buckeyes low.
Okay.
Because if you rank the Buckeyes low, you get so many people in your mentions saying, "What are you doing?" So, number 1, Texas. Do I get a ding, ding, ding if I'm right?
No. Wrong.
Wrong.
Texas is not number 1.
Okay. Number 1, Georgia?
Wrong.
Oh, Penn State.
Wrong.
Alabama?
This musical accompaniment is going to last 90 seconds.
Alabama?
Wrong.
What? Who did this guy put first? Greg, what are we...
I'm kind of surprised. I think you'll be going, okay, that somewhat makes sense.
Number 1,
Clemson.
No!
Defense, Klubnik.
No.
Dabo acting like his team.
No.
Oh, you'll hear more from Dabo at 2 o'clock, believe me.
Okay, number 2, Texas.
No.
What? Number 2, Penn State?
That's right.
Okay, so this
All right.
is Greg McElroy is obviously building his rankings based off of returning expectations.
Yeah. Off-season narrative.
Okay, so then Clemson,
honestly, that doesn't...
Penn State.
There's nothing horribly wrong with saying Clemson and Penn State.
There's a lot
on
wrong
paper
with
preseason.
There's a lot wrong with Clemson, number 1. But moving on, we've got Clemson.
They return like 80% of their production. It's whether you believe in Klubnik or not, and all the receivers are back, and his defense is loaded, and he's got Tom Allen now.
Did I ask you to be a Clemson truther over here?
All right. And I'm not going to defend him because later I'm going to rip him to shreds.
They've got enough going on down there in South Carolina. The last time I saw Clemson play well was the day before they met Justin Fields. All right. So
Sammy Watkins.
There you go. 3rd would be Texas then.
3rd would be Texas. Nope.
Georgia?
This one I think you're not going to get.
What are we? Miami?
No.
I just tried to reach into the bag.
Too many. This is going to.
This is wild.
All right.
What?
How about?
Give me a conference.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you some hints. Redshirt freshman quarterback, a guy they feel that's a riser, a great running back, running behind a very good offensive line. They have a transition and in defense with the coordinator.
He looks so lost right now.
I'm so because you're describing a lot.
Thought those were some pretty good hints.
Give me a conference.
That would give it away.
Give me a conference.
That would completely give it away.
Give me a conference.
It would absolutely give it away.
We only have a 2.5 hour, an hour and a half left.
They don't play in a conference, sir.
Oh, you're talking about... okay, Notre Dame, I get it. That's fine. I see why it would give it away.
All right, keep going.
Notre Dame...
Give it away.
Texas?
At 4?
Yes. All right, then it's
Got it.
Georgia.
No.
Then it's Alabama?
Yes.
Okay.
At 5.
Then it's Georgia.
That's right.
And then it's got to be Ohio State.
You got a nice streak going.
It's got to be Ohio State at 7.
Nope.
He doesn't have Ohio State at 7.
So it's 7.
Okay,
It's 7. I'll give you another hint. A coach that people call an underachiever.
LSU.
Yeah. I was gonna get to the quarterback. I didn't even have to.
No, the second you said underachiever, I knew Brian Kelly was sitting there.
8.
It's got to be Ohio State.
Final.
Oh my God!
He's got Ohio State.
Gregory, you're telling me you've got LSU, Georgia, Texas, and Alabama above Ohio State? That is, I mean, sir, your SEC bias is showing a little bit. That is unbelievable. That is absolutely ridiculous.
It's slightly alarming, but it's not the difference, I would think, between number 1 and number 10 this year is probably not as much as we think right now.
All right, then let me ask you this.
That's all I would say.
Do you still have it pulled up?
Yeah.
9 and 10.
Okay.
9 Texas A&M.
Nope.
Okay. Give me a hint. 9 here. Ole Miss.
9. Hang on. I didn't even get the hint out yet. How about a team that, let's see, lost a lot off last year's team that won their conference?
Oregon.
Okay.
All right. And then 10 is Ole Miss.
Wrong. Wow. I'll give you a hint on 10. Let me think of what hint I. Oh, all right. Transfer quarterback.
Okay.
Probably for a lot of NIL money.
Miami?
Yes, Miami.
Man, I did
pretty good. We could do one of the pyramid game.
Yeah,
you know?
I could get there. Other than when you went Notre Dame,
I didn't get the elbow injury out yet.
Other than when you went Notre Dame, because I was a little bit stumped on.
Could have gone dated a twin.
Yeah, dated a twin.
I was thinking about that as making that my first hint, but I think that was going to give it away too much.
That's really interesting. That is a ranking built to make you respond to his tweets, and that is
it's the lowest you'll ever see a defending champ. Like Ohio State,
if the defending champ was Texas, they would have been ranked 1. If the defending
8.
Replace any other SEC school with Ohio State. That's what, you know what? Have I told you about have I gone off about the national media with this Ohio State team compared to Texas? Everybody acts like Ohio State lost everything. That it's a whole new program. You might as well tear it down and redo it. But then they look at Texas and they say, wow, what a team. This is the best team of all time. Look at this team. They lost so much. They're a whole new team.
I think it's probably a little quarterback driven.
Garbage. Ohio State has the 2 best players in the country on their team.
But neither one plays quarterback.
Well, Arch Manning's played 5 games.
I know. They view him as a higher prospect.
I've had enough.
I'm not talking about from his experience standpoint.
I've had enough.
Just trying to dive and pick their brain a little bit. I'm trying to dive into what they're thinking.
They're wrong.
The other thing that they're probably the intangible, and this will be the interesting one, they probably view Texas as the hungrier team. That's all. That's it. That's an intangible. That Ohio State won it all last year.
Ohio State has a chance to be the first.
The identity of that team is a whole different thing now. That you can't live off that team.
I can't do it. I am so tired.
Well, Texas is slightly favored coming in here.
Adam, you have to do it. We still have another hour of the show.
No, I'm just so tired of the narrative that Texas is somehow returned. Like, if Texas was Ohio State of last year, I think it would be a different story. But they lost everything, too. They're not returning their quarterback. Arch Manning didn't play for Texas last year. It's the exact same setup. He played one down.
You could make the case he probably should have played.
Well, you know what? No. I could make the case that a lot of things, and I won't. I'll sit here and I'll be frustrated with the idea that the national media continues.
Sir, it's just preseason.
Well, you know what?
None
it's
of
all
this
we
matters.
have. It's all we have right now. And so if I want to get upset about something, that's what I'm going to choose.
You actually confirmed my tease, which is, could this be bulletin board material? Could you use this as motivation?
I do.
For you, clearly.
I have it hanging at my desk.
Say much. Where's McElroy? You could pull a Ryan Day. Yeah. Where's Greg? Where's Gregory?
Well,
Get him down here.
I'm not even mad at Gregory because Gregory is obviously trying to get the Buckeye guys into his replies to boost those numbers.
These are all fairly big programs. I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure on Clemson and Penn State by putting them right up there 1 and 2. He thinks Notre Dame should be back at 3. Like, he's putting pressure on those teams. If anything, this does Ohio State a favor.
Explain to me why Alabama is where they are. They got a new quarterback. They've had a lot of changes. Explain to me why Notre Dame is where they've had.
He went there. Yeah. That's probably why.
Notre Dame lost there. They don't have Riley Leonard. Yeah, they got Jeremiah Love. He's a great running back, but the running back doesn't carry a team.
Maybe he's ranking the coaches that have the most pressure this year.
Nah, I think that Bama's defense is probably what he's hanging his hat on there.
I'm beyond.
And he went there.
There's just a bunch of people out there that refuse to actually
just
look
one
at
guy.
the talent. No, it's a lot of people. They think that Texas is going to come into the shoe.
Let me end it. I'll end it this way. I'll remind you what you said in the very beginning. You love him.
Love who?
You said you really liked Greg McElroy.
I think he does a great job.
Okay,
I think he.
Let me give you 10 minutes of shredding him to ribbons.
I just did the. Who's the guy that Daffy Duck? I think
No, that's Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah. There we go.
No, Leghorn.
Loghorn.
Not Leghorn. All right, we come back with the Buckeye Bulletin. Ryan Day giving the underdog his due. We'll tell you that next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Common Man here. I want to tell you about my guy, Bob Capace, owner-operator of Worthington Jewelers for the past 25 years. If your only experience is going to the mall for jewelry, Bob and his team will blow you away. Service, quality, and a great price. The store is busy all the time because people keep coming back. True story. My 8-year-old daughter says to me, "When can we go see Mr. Capace again? He's nice." Yes, he's nice. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text Sizzle to 369-369. That's SIZZLE to 369-369. Sizzle to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. You okay? Commercial break helped?
It calmed me down a little bit.
Time out?
I had to go I sat at my desk and just stared at a picture of nothing.
Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There are many of them.
There's just covered in pictures of myself. And Reimer added another picture of myself.
Because you put it on my desk.
Reimer had a thing on his desk that said, "This is my why," and I assume that was a picture of your mom.
That was my wife.
Oh, and so I hung a picture of myself over the "This is my why" for Reimer.
It was my wife and my dog.
I assume that was your mom.
Yeah, you know, easily mistakable.
It's just that simple.
Okay.
McGruby don't play like Homie, and Homie don't play like that.
It was obviously not his mother.
Assume that was your mom.
Well, you know, she seemed like a nice lady.
I once went to an amusement park with a buddy of mine. We were, I don't know, we were probably in our late 20s or whatever, and we're in line, and there's a mom and her kids or whatever, and my buddy says to her, "Hey, Mom, want to ride up here with me?" It was a great line at the time.
That's...
I feel like that's where you were going.
He's going to get a text, and she's not going to be very happy, and I would like to publicly apologize to no one. Back to Buckeye Bulletin.
Problem with what I'm saying? Untie your tongue and you come out here and talk. Huh?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Let's continue. Ryan Day. He has set the narrative that this is close. I agree that there's temptation in playing both. Having the experience of the Texas game is going to be tough to simulate if you're not in that one. So whoever starts is going to get that, good, bad, or ugly. They're getting that game. And here's Ryan Day on the decision and where we are.
Both really good quarterbacks, both competing their tail off. You know, Lincoln is a tremendous athlete. He's a Major League Baseball prospect. I think he's like a 1 or a 2 handicap golfer. He can windmill dunk. I mean, he can kick a 40-yard field goal. He's just a tremendous athlete. And so he came from South Dakota, and he didn't grow up playing just football. He played multiple sports, and so now that he's been in the program for 3 years, he's starting to really immerse himself in just playing quarterback, and you can see a lot of the things that he did. He had a great offseason. He was an Iron Buckeye for us in the weight room. Julian just has a quick release. He's accurate. His mind moves quickly, and he's had a good offseason too. So both really good players, and it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out here over the next couple of weeks.
What do we read into any of that? Is he praising Lincoln as this all-around athlete? And is that lesser than what he said about Sane, which is more football-esque?
I will say, it's funny that you bring that up because I have thought that Lincoln is a very good football player. And so often when we talk about Lincoln, we talk about him in the regard that he was a basketball player, a baseball player. Like, at the end of the day, he has grown a lot as a quarterback. And I would love to hear more. I feel like we don't talk enough about what makes Lincoln a great quarterback. I mean, he has been phenomenal out there with his slants, with his red zone, just choked on something a little bit. Very good at dissecting plays. Obviously, the deep balls that day, Julian looked a little bit better. But at the end of the day, we got to talk about what makes Lincoln a great quarterback, not just, hey, he can run. And even when you go back to Jake Butt's comments, everything is about how he's an athlete. Well, at the end of the day, you want a quarterback. You don't need a baseball player or that and the other. I think he's a very capable quarterback. I would love to hear more on that side of things.
I think that's kind of where I've been going with this whole thing, that he's such a safe floor because he can do so many things well, and he's physically capable. It's just the other guy has possibly a little more of that pizzazz that you want in a quarterback with the arm.
It's like Cole versus Jacob. That's how I really think of this. Is Cole, his floor is incredibly low, and he's pretty terrible at his job. And Jacob, he's good at his job.
The floor is the basement.
The floor is the basement. Jacob, he's good at his job. He does it often. The ceiling's really high, and the floor is great.
Ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof. I mean, so at the end of the day, you have to think of it like that. And that's the competition we have going on in the radio studio at all times, is those two together. And so it's
all
cool.
I want out of my producer is to make the routine play routinely.
Exactly. Hit that button when it needs to be hit.
When you need a soundbite, it's there.
Boom.
Not a, hang on a minute.
Yeah. I mean, not Jacob with his feet up on the desk, on the phone with his mom, talking about how I made a joke he didn't like.
Picture on your desk.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that was your mom.
Yeah.
All right. Here's James Peoples, the running back on the QBs.
You know, what I'm seeing is just two guys competing. It's healthy competition. Pushing each other, I mean, it's pretty much like even reps right now, but, those guys are going to keep on going, keep on battling it out, and we're going to see what happens.
It'd be an upset if Lincoln's starting game one.
It would be a major upset.
Be an upset. It shouldn't be. I'm only saying that from a perception standpoint. We don't know. I'm not there all the time. I wouldn't know. It's the narrative. Every time you see it somewhere, you can bet on it, by the way. Who's good? He's saying the overwhelming favorite.
And I think I said this on Monday, or whenever Ryan talked, Tuesday. So on Monday, I went on radio and I went on the Austin and Berm podcast, and I said that I think Julian Sayin is starting to separate himself and is the winner of this quarterback battle. And then I asked Ryan about it on Tuesday, and he gave me a look, and he said, this could go down to the wire. There's no separation, and he gave me a side eye. And I thought, is this man listening?
Who are you to predict?
Yes, that's what I thought. And so I would like to say I've taken a step back to say that I think it will be Julian. I still think it'll be Julian, but I do believe that the separation is really starting there, and I think you're right. I don't like when we ask the guys about it, when we ask the players. It puts them in such a peculiar spot. Like, what do you think James Peoples is going to say? Oh, yeah. It's Julian.
Well, I don't think they're asking him to say who it's going to be. I think they're asking him what he sees in both. Can you articulate what it's like working with this quarterback versus this quarterback? It could all be positive. It's just the differences.
There are times when people try to back, receivers or running backs into hey, who looks better out there? And I'm like, all right, guys, let's.
I don't know if anybody's asked who looks better.
Really? I've heard it. I've heard it.
That's today's Buckeye Bulletin. All right, top of the hour, deep dive. Dabo, all in, except when he's quoted. And then he has to kind of walk it back.
Do we have to talk about Dabo?
You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This Hall of Fame moment takes a look at a record-setting performance from a player who'd only been in a Reds uniform for 2 months. The fans that filed into Great American Ballpark on Tuesday evening, June 6th, 2017, to see the Reds take on the St. Louis Cardinals had no idea of the offensive spectacle they were about to witness.
Jeanette jammed, but he hits it out to left. That ball's going to fall. Here comes Hamilton racing around third. He's going to score. Oh, this baby is hammered high and deep, and it is 5-0 Reds. That's a grand slam. My goodness, Scooter Jeanette. And this ball hammered into right center field, and it's a long 2-run home run. Scooter Jeanette. Ball hit down the left field line by Jeanette into the corner. That's a home run. And that is the third home run of a night for Scooter Jeanette. Line drive, right field, ball carrying well, home run! Scooter Jeanette, not one, not two, not three, 4 home runs tonight for Scooter Jeanette.
An offensive performance for the ages by Scooter Jeanette. First player in Major League Baseball history with 5 hits, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. The Hall of Fame moment is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. With their financial strength behind you, visit westernsouthern.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cincinnati Bengals kicked off the preseason last night, so that means it's the Cleveland Browns' turn tonight as they're in Carolina to face the Panthers at 7. You can hear it over on ESPN Columbus tonight, beginning at 5. The Cincinnati Reds continuing their series in Pittsburgh with the Pirates at 6:40. Rookie Chase Burns makes the start for Cincinnati. Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh. You can hear that one over on the Fan's HD3 tonight at 6:10. We'll join it in progress here on the Fan at 8. After an off day yesterday, the Cleveland Guardians in Chicago facing the White Sox at 7:40. Tanner Bybee takes on former Guardians pitcher Aaron Savali in this one. And the Columbus Clippers continuing their home series with Gwinnett at 7:05. This one brought to you by 3D Cabinetry, your go-to for fast, hassle-free service from order to install with fully assembled all-wood affordable cabinets. 3dcabinetry.net.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, final hour on a Friday. Jensen Lewis, 2:30, little chin music. We'll talk guards and Reds and more. USA Today with their NFL record projections. We'll get to that as well. And I was thinking about this during the break. And I was talking to Baker about it. When we play that bite with Ryan Day, my reaction to that is that it does, how else am I supposed to read into the race? And you and I discuss it, we all discuss it leading up to the season. It's been the biggest storyline going for Ohio State. Who's going to lead them out, especially with the opener? If they didn't have the opener that they have, I think, not that we wouldn't be talking about it, we would, but we'd be talking about it differently. We'd 100%. Be talking about it, all right, who gets this half? How are you going to divvy up the reps? He'll get the Grambling, you'll get some OU. It would be a ramp up to Texas. And since you don't have that, it becomes a very, very important decision based on the stuff I was talking about with, even if you feel that guy may be a little more ready as a floor guy, higher floor guy, that if I'm the head coach, and I think this guy is the guy that will lead us in the playoff, eventually has the bigger future in my mind, and based on what I've judged and how I've lead. And by the way, everything that Ryan Day is going to look at is a lot more than what we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do the generalizations about leading and commanding the huddle and our guys following. He's into everything else, all of it. And whether it's the accuracy and the routine play and the calls and getting in and out and the reads and everything. And so, but when he does talk about Lincoln, he does it in a very positive way. But it's a little more overarching. It's got a little more of a, boy, he's a do-it-all guy, really hard worker, came from a great athletic background, all-around dude, golfer, basketball, this and that. And then the second you go to saying, while he does have those same type of positive approaches to him, it's more of, well, he can throw it, he can spin it. Like, it does lean a little more in the quarterback category. So that's all I'm saying is if you're going to read into it at all, it does lean a little bit more towards that you have an incredible backup if you do in Lincoln, but that Sayin has that pizzazz that I was talking about, and we'll see. It may not work out that way. I do think it would be an upset if it doesn't. It also doesn't mean that if Julian does lead this team, that he wouldn't be, that he's going to be incredibly scrutinized as far as the opener. If he didn't play well, doesn't live up to expectations, how much do you give him if things aren't going the right way? Does he have a quick hook? You don't know any of this. That may be more situational and feeling how the game's going. But you've got to, at least if we're going to try to read into anything they're telling you, because if you don't try to read into it, then what are we asking the questions for?
I think the more that I read into it, the more that I believe that if this game did open against Grambling State, Julian Sayin would have already been named the starter. I think that if it was Grambling State and you were less nervous, you just felt like you could get him some reps. I think the biggest concern right now.
Why would you say that, though? That he would already be named the starter if. So that means this race isn't the race to earn the job isn't as close as as he's telling us it is.
I think it started. I think that at the end of the day, there are two different options here. One is, are you ready to play a national championship caliber game week one?
So you're buying into my theory of, okay.
But I think if they played Grambling to open, you look at a guy like Julian Sayin and you say, okay, the ceiling is much higher. He's growing. He's settling in. Let's let him go out there and let's just give him the job. Let's grow in camp and let's grow in that Grambling game leading up to Texas. But week one, you have to have a guy ready to go, which to me tells me, okay, you're not looking at who can grow the most. You're looking at who is going to take the best snap week one, make the best plays, and give us the best chance to win. Do I think that's also Julian Sayin? Yes, but I think you want to see more before you make that decision.
How important is it, though? I mean, I know the job, but the ultimate is the result. You want to win the game, but you don't have to win the game. You really want
to have to win the game. You know why? Because this is Ohio State, and you're expected to win every game.
Yeah, but if you... Yes.
The standard's the standard.
But if you don't, it doesn't end the season.
4 to 6, A to B. Okay. No, I know what you mean. Yes, you're exactly right.
So I think that's where his struggle is. And I don't even know if it's that big of a... I don't know. It feels like... And also here, you're giving a lot of respect to each guy. Because if it is, right? First of all, the guy you choose, you want him to be pushed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you want to name a guy right away anyway. Yes, you have to name him for other guys. But he's always... Like, listen, locker room knows. The locker room knows.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these guys probably have a lean just the way I do, just the way you do, just the way the fans do.
The thing that I look at right now is, and I think Ryan Day probably thinks about this, you don't have to name anybody. Why not have these guys, you just said, go push each other. Go play this game, go push each other all the way leading up until that first,
you want certain...
you want someone in place.
Camaraderie, we go, we have a leader, and we're going to follow him until they tell us not to.
But you don't need that in place tomorrow. You probably need that in place 2 weeks from now. That's why I think Monday August 18th, they will name a starting quarterback at Ohio State.
Monday, August 18th.
I think
he will be talking that day.
I think they will name a starting quarterback.
Possible.
I think that.
So that'd be the Monday before the Monday of game week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you go that whole week of camp with your starter and then one more week. But I think that 18th, if I was you, Rothman, I would make sure I was here. I would make sure that I wasn't on some PTO at Kings Island. I'd make sure I was here.
Be hosting a charity golf outing.
Wow.
My own. I have a legitimate reason.
I don't know about that.
Dabo Sweeney, who was voted his team was voted number 1 by your guy Gregory McElroy.
McElroy has his masterpiece.
Thrown out a sound interview, and it's funny. He goes back and forth. So I want you guys to hear this. So after practice 2 days ago, he was asked again about the future of this, about his team, what this team can be. And he threw out a general about going undefeated. And it was picked up. And now he can't believe it was picked up.
That's the most clickbait bullcrap I've ever seen in my life. I mean, talk about taking something out of context. I have no idea who wrote it, but I've said we were the first 15-0 team. And I believe we can go be the first 16-0 team. Like, why not? Because my friend's like, who wrote this? I hope you never interview with this guy. Who is this guy? And I don't even know what he's talking about. And can we just get something accurate? And I do believe we can be the first 16-0 team ever. We were the first 15-0 team, so why would I not believe that? I never said this team's going 16-0 like some jackleg tries to write to create some article and followers on his Twitter account or whatever. Yeah. But somebody's got to be the first, so why not us? Why not? Why not? Somebody's going to do it. So it's a race to do it. I believe we can do it. I don't know if this team will do it. Well, ask me in January. We'll find out.
So he was talking about it as just a futuristic thing, that some team of the future at Clemson could be the first. The quote was, in 2018, we were the first 15-0 team in the history of major college football ever. And I think we're going to be the first 16-0 team. It's a race to do that. Somebody picks that up, prints it, and I'm not supposed to read into it that he was talking about the present, that he was talking about just some rando thing. Why would, first of all, no coaches speak like this anyway. He's kind of a beat the chest, bravado kind of guy anyway. You don't think that he was at least projecting a little bit about the team that he has this year?
I am you know what? There's 3 things that frustrate me in this whole soundbite. It's only a minute long, and I've got 3 things. One, you're exactly right. He said it, and now he's upset that someone has picked it up.
Because he's putting a pressure on his team that he originally put out there.
You said it. If you said the quote, that's on you, my guy.
He's saying he didn't say that he was talking about this team.
Well, okay. If it's a race in time, then I would imagine that you're talking about whichever team you have that year, because you
really care 5 years from now?
Oh, he was saying 5 years from now, this team he doesn't have, they could
the McConaughey award speech.
Number 2, the fact that he said, my friend said, I hope you never do an interview with this guy again. That tells me a lot about what's going on down there with Clemson. And that's ridiculous. One, this guy picks up an article. He writes something that Dabo says, and now his buddy's saying, oh, don't do an interview with him, making it sound like
he quoted him.
Yes, misquoted
him, completely out of context.
So am I to believe that if Dabo doesn't like something, that he's going to just shut down that media member?
And at the end, you heard him that he didn't want to back out of it completely.
Yeah, and then he said it. He said, we could do it.
Why wouldn't I think that way? It was more like he was trying to say that the goal is to win every game. And if you add them all up, that equals 16. And we're all trying to do that. But don't think that I'm saying that we are going to do that. We're just going to try to do that. But don't quote me. That was the most bizarre walk back. It just, admit it. You got ahead of yourself a little bit. You feel confident about your team. It's very difficult to go undefeated. We're going to try to do it, just like every team in America tries to do it. Instead, what he did is he drew more attention to something that was easily explained away, and he decided to just dump on the reporter that printed him word for word.
I'm done with the Dabo Swinney day in the Sun. I'm just tired of it. I mean, everything this man says, it gets national headlines and this, that, and the other. First of all, Clemson hasn't been good in 4 seasons. I think
he's a good coach. I think he has a good team. I'm not trying to go anywhere with that.
I'm just saying the idea that, like, because Dabo said it, oh my gosh, it's plastered everywhere. Yes, every coach wants to go 16-0. If I asked Ryan Day tomorrow, hey, would you like to go 16-0? He'd say, yeah, we'd love to do that, but we're focused one game at a time. Dabo, you can't have it both ways.
We may have to hear it. I may have to hear part of it again. Just for your pleasure.
You know what my number 3 was? You got 1, 2, and 3. It's just Dabo. Just the second he started talking.
USA Today projected the NFL records. Couple really stand out. We'll tell you next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks, toast, Skrilla, chips, bread and mold, cheddar, butter, lewd and scratch. Find the lettuce, make a match. Lettuce, gravy, game on the back for $30. That's a wrap. There's many words for cash, no doubt, but there's only one $30 cash word. Check it out. Cash word from Ohio, lottery. It's $30, yo. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions of prizes, don't you know? Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
The dog days of summer are the best days to save at Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. New 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. See our full inventory at CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coughlin has the car for you.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Spend Labor Day weekend at Great American Ballpark. Cheer on the Reds when they face the Cardinals in a 3-game set August 29th through the 31st. Enjoy a fantastic post-game fireworks show on Friday presented by Toyota. Saturday, fans in attendance will receive a Hunter Green bobblehead featuring the Reds ace with his French Bulldog Ross, thanks to Tri-Health while supplies last. Bring the whole crew on Sunday and enjoy some afternoon baseball. Visit Reds.com/tickets today.
We are rebranding our AM station, ESPN Columbus, partly because we're bored, mostly because it's crap. We have a new lineup picked out and everything, but angry lawyer person said I can't say it yet. It all starts Tuesday, September 2nd.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
It's hard to believe, but the new school year really is just around the corner. Now is the time to start getting your family back into a good routine and sleep schedule so your kids will be ready to learn when they head back to class in a few short weeks. Ohio's public school educators can't wait to share a great new school year with our students.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday. We are seeing plenty of sunshine in your forecast with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies with our overnight lows in the 60s. Can't rule out a stray shower, though, although most of us today will stay dry. For your Saturday, we'll see plenty of sunshine and even warmer with highs getting into the low 90s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, first of all, you have the Shedeur Sanders show tonight against the Panthers. You guys are airing the game?
It is on 10 TV. Mm-hmm. Watch sports at 6 o'clock to see me and then stick around to see Shedeur, where there's a debate as to which is the more anticipated showing. I could argue it's me.
Everybody knows if they were all healthy, he would not be starting the game. All right, he's fourth on the first unofficial depth chart, would get as much playing time. This is a nice reward. He's got to approach it that way. I think that's the only way he has been approaching it. I know there's been talk about whether they're not giving him everything they should be giving him, but this is an opportunity. If he looks great with the backups, it's only going to go further for him. If he looks just okay, you can write it off as that he was thrown into this and didn't get all the work he needed. I think it's a good opportunity that he wouldn't have gotten before. So I think they'll design it for him to be somewhat successful, and then the rest is on him. And it's a first preseason game. Let's not make it the end of the world either way. But it's fun to watch because he is Shedeur Sanders, and there's been a lot of hype. Like you said earlier, projected possibly number one quarterback, falls all the way to the fifth round. That's a story. It's not like he was projected to be a fourth rounder and fell around. He was supposed to be the guy.
Well, I can promise you no one is going to overreact to what we see tonight. There will be no stress for Browns fans. Nobody's going to say that told you so or see this is exactly what I meant after tonight. I think everybody's going to be very calm, cool, and collected with it, as we should.
USA Today came out with their NFL record projections. I told you the Browns were at 3. I think they had the Bengals at 9 wins, 9-18. The ones that popped out to me, and the big one was they had the Broncos winning the West. They had them at 12-5.
What did they have the Chiefs at?
They had them right below them. I don't have it right in front of me, but they had it below them. Yeah, and he did.
I think, going back real quick, I'm surprised at the 9 wins for the Bengals.
Too low?
Yes, I think that's obviously them just solely thinking this defense is going to be what it was last year. Because I think if this Bengals team can figure out their defense, if things go the right way, this is a team that could for sure get up into the 11-12 win territory.
Secondary's an issue. Offensive line doesn't feel as strong as it should. They've got a new coordinator on defense. We know what they can do offensively, but they are hurting in some specific areas. But the division doesn't seem as tough as it used to be.
Exactly.
So I'm with you. I'd bet them to probably go 10-7 versus that's not a big departure. The other one to me was they got the Packers winning the North.
Wow. They got a lot of faith in Jordan Love this year.
They do.
That's now. Have we decided who is going to be?
I would not pick them over the Lions, but
I mean, are the Vikings? Are we going to see the J.J. McCarthy show this year? Is that? I mean, I know that's what is expected.
In what way?
I think it's going to be
his team.
I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a disaster for J.J. McCarthy.
That's a little strong.
I don't think it's strong. I think by the end of this season, I think J.J. McCarthy is going to be a major reason why the Vikings aren't in playoff contention. And this is a good Vikings team.
Their defense is good, especially up front. Their
offensive weapons are unbelievable.
Lone's arguing he's the X factor, but he's walking into a great situation with a really quarterback-friendly coach who knows how to scheme it up. And if he has possibly the best receiver in the game in Justin Jefferson, he's in good hands. Jordan Addison's going to be gone for a few games.
Yeah.
I think the line has definitely gotten stronger. He's got to be decent. If you're telling me he's not even going to be decent,
I don't think he'll be decent.
Oh.
You want my hot take? He won't be decent. There's my hot take. Couldn't have said it better myself.
A lot of expectations coming off 14 wins with Sam Darnold. He's got to step in and be good.
I would rather have Darnold.
I think they've got a good running game. Jordan Mason coming over from San Fran and Aaron Jones. I think they can lean on that. Hawkinson's a good tight end. You're right. He's going to have growing pains. There's no other way to say it.
They have a team that could go to the Super Bowl. If you hold on,
easy.
No, look at the talent around him. They could make a run to the Super Bowl if you put the right quarterback in there. The problem is J.J. McCarthy's the wrong quarterback.
I don't think they have the secondary to go to the Super Bowl. I don't. They've got a good defensive front. I think their secondary needs some help, and having essentially a rookie quarterback will be interesting. Those are the two that really jumped out to me.
I think
the Broncos winning the West and the Packers winning the North.
I think the Bucs get to 10 wins, or at least double-digit wins. I know they have them as 9 and 8.
That's a good bet. I could see that with this team, with this offense. They're really starting to click. I like their defense.
I looking at their schedule, I got to 11.
They're pretty stocked.
I will say that's what you did it the right way there, because you do have to look at a team's schedule to see.
Their road games are tough.
What's the Tristan Wirfs update? Is he out forever?
They got to go to Houston.
Yeah.
To Seattle. Got to go to Detroit. Yeah, they do have some tough road. To Buffalo.
And the Rams.
They were just so good in pass blocking and run blocking, and with Wirfs, I think not knowing that could be a big thing that you'd have to consider.
Side ball.
Yeah.
Wait. Curveball.
Speedball.
I said side ball because I was going to say.
Wait, I have the update on Wirfs.
I was going to say.
You were going to say your mom looks pretty good.
You were going to say sidebar.
I was going to say sidebar and curveball, and I said sideball, so I'll be using that.
They're not going to push Wirfs.
Okay.
They like where he is in his recovery. All that.
Okay, so
pretty general.
Sideball. Give me your team that most likely has the most wins at the end of the year. I'll let you give me 3.
I don't have their schedules right in front of me, but I would probably go with Baltimore.
Wow.
Well,
I'm going to say wow to whatever you say. So
I think the Bills got to be in it.
I was going to Baltimore, Buffalo, and I was thinking either Detroit or
Philly?
Philly.
Yeah. I think it's probably Detroit, Buffalo, and then one lone team that sneaks
This
up
Denver
there.
Call is tremendous from them. Offensive line is great. If you really buy into Bo Nix.
That's what I was going to say. That's all in on Bo Nix.
They got J.K. Our guy J.K. Dobbins, too.
J.K. all day.
All right.
Thank you.
3 wins, though, for the Brownies they have. I'll take the over on 3. They'll get to 4.
You know what? If you're celebrating the over on 3, we've got a problem.
That is today's pre-snap reader. We come back. Jensen Lewis, VSiN Live. Guards 1.5 back, Reds 3.5 back. Who does he like more to make a run towards the postseason? Rothman Ice on the Fan.
Parents, are your teens good with money? No. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Crowd the plate at your own risk. It's time for some chin music with former big leaguer and president of the Bald is Beautiful fan club, Jensen Lewis.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, efforting our boy J-Lou. Red 60 and 55. Zach Littell coming up fairly big. Coming over from Tampa. We'll get his thoughts on that. And you got Nick Lodolo, who left Monday night's game in the second inning. And now he's on the IL, hopefully for a fairly short stay. Guards are right there. And guards are defending AL Central champs. We know that. J-Lou and I have talked a lot about the guards all year in that, I mean, he's basically called them a fraud, and they're proving him wrong right now. And you just keep throwing more at them. Clase and that whole gambling scandal. Shane Bieber, get rid of him. And all of a sudden, this team that doesn't hit a lot of balls out of the park are finding a way to hang in there. And so let's try to connect now with our boy J-Lou. Of the week, we throw a little chin music with my boy Jensen Lewis, VSiN Live, MLB Network, and a lot more. Buddy, good to have you.
Always great to be with you, pal. Stretch run, here we go.
Before we get to baseball, I do want to ask you your fundamental thoughts on betting on preseason football. I think the only lock that used to exist, and this did, it existed for a long time, when the Ravens had their preseason streak. Yes. I think it was 23, 24 games in a row, where John Harbaugh treated preseason, I guess, differently than others. Whatever he was doing, he wanted the mindset of winning football before it really counted. The streak finally ended in 2023. And I believe last year they did lose a game. They only played 2 preseason. Oh, wait a minute.
They didn't win any games. Yeah, they didn't win any.
No, they won 1. I'm sorry. They won 1. Last year, it looks like they beat Atlanta 13-12. They lost the other 2. Mm-hmm. And now this year in preseason, he's got to win. But fundamentally, do you feel like you should check yourself right into the addiction clinic if you bet preseason football?
Not necessarily. And I think a lot of this goes along with also the NFL draft. We've had a lot of conversations about this in the upcoming last couple of weeks, AR, where information is king in these sorts of scenarios, right? You know, a lot of sports books, particularly in Las Vegas, will not hang any draft props because it's a loser for them. And because people get information the way they do and are able to get those bets in before those movements happen, the same can be said for the preseason. Now, yesterday's a perfect example, right? 3 different line moves for all 3 games. And if you were on the side where the line moved in the favor of that team, you lost. So you had 2 outright losers there as 6-point favorites between the Colts and the Bengals. And then the ultimate, the tie in a preseason game where Carlson gets the field goal blocked. If you had Raiders money line, at least you get your money back. But boy, you were sitting pretty if you took the points before the big line move right there too. So again, tonight I would take the Patriots minus 6.5 if you're gonna play it. And again, a lot of it predicated too on head coaches saying, okay, we're going to play our starters. We're going to do that. If you want to get into first quarter markets, if you want to get into first half markets, information is king. So to each their own, but no need to check in just yet. Just make sure you have the information right.
Gavin Williams, the no was on the table. Now, this is what the fact of the matter is that I know pitch counts matter and all that. And sure. You and I grew up in eras where if you had a no, I don't care if your arm was falling off. No one was taking you out of the game. And because the no, and maybe it has been, I don't know, it's been watered down or diluted. I think it's it's the coolest thing in sports is pitching a no-hitter. I mean, there are a lot of great records and things, and I know they have to protect the player from himself, and maybe guys are now subscribing to that theory of that maybe it isn't the be-all, end-all. But when Gavin came back out and he falls behind a Soto, I mean, what are you thinking there? What is he thinking coming out for that 9th inning? And were you surprised that he lost it?
I think that going into the 9th inning, it's looking at the lineup card and thinking, okay, if I'm going to get this, I got to go through Lindor, Soto, and Alonso. I mean, he was going to have to earn it in every sense there. So I applaud Stephen Vogt for allowing him the opportunity to go out there. And let me underline your overarching thought there. The no-hitter, and even more so the perfect game, are almost extinct because of the way that analytics and the backpack gangs and all the front offices have said, okay, well, we don't want our pitchers, at least our starters, facing a lineup third time around or going past a certain pitch count or what have you. So the fact that he was, having the walk totals that he had in a lot of full counts, the fact that he made it into the 8th and 9th inning, I think is a credit to himself. But then you look at Soto and just a mistake, right? The one, if you could have a pitch back, that's the one you want. But also remember a couple of sparkling defensive plays behind him. The CJ Kavis one late in the game, you got to have one or two of those. And I know I've told you the story many times of the perfecto that wasn't in Detroit where Austin Jackson runs down Mark Gredzelanic's ball that should have been a double in the gap. And then we were like, oh, that's it. Armando Galarraga is going to get it. And then, as we know, the infamous Jim Joyce missed call at first base that allowed Jason Donald to reach, and the no-hitter and perfecto were no more. So love that Gavin had the opportunity. I think more managers should subscribe to that in these days.
Can you imagine, Nolan Ryan is going for a 7th no-hitter at 44 years old, and they'd like, hey, it's enough, Nolan. Come on out of the game. There's no way. And I'm not trying to, rip on this era, but it is so drastically different to me. I mean, Nolan Ryan had 7 no-hitters. Yeah. I don't know the pitch counts that he was on in those games. I don't know if did they keep those type of analytics? Were they that public back then?
Yeah, I mean, even if you think about where, in his final season in 1993, when Nolan Ryan was throwing, I mean, you think about just at that age, and ultimately, the guy's 78 years old as we sit here today. And through in his final year when he was age 46, his final outing, he didn't record an out, gave up a couple of hits and walked 4. But I think ultimately, it is a completely different era. We have much more of the technology involved in not only the pitch counts and the workloads, but also the physiological impacts, the ballistics, everything that the pitcher goes through from a mechanical standpoint. So, buddy, you and I are cut from the same cloth. When you've got that kind of rare air that you got a chance to be in, it is a manager's worst nightmare when the pitch count is already elevated. If you're in an efficiency spot, you just sit back and you're a fan. You're like, I got to let him go for it. No one's going to get mad at me. The worst time is when it's early in the year. Dave Roberts had it a couple of times. One with Clayton Kershaw. It was like second or third start of the season. Like, oh, God. Yeah, what are we going to do here? So I'm with you, man. You got a chance at history. You got to let guys go for it.
Somehow they're hanging in. You and I know you thought that maybe it was fake good, that they were fraudulent. They're just a game and a half back in the wild card. Were you okay with the Bieber trade and getting Steven, who seems like a really promising dude. And obviously once the Clase thing happened, then it felt like we were ready to let the season go, but they're not. So how do you feel about both those things, the Bieber trade and the fact they're hanging in there?
I from a certain point of view, and that would be the front office view, I get why they did what they did with Bieber. But again, that kind of just wastes all that time that if you were serious about him, you had him under your wing, rehabbing him internally, and then that would have been almost a deadline blockbuster deal, if you will, if he's healthy and the way that he looks right now through rehab. I mean, AR, this looks like turn back the clock time to Shane Bieber Cy Young territory here. So, again, remains to be seen. Toronto takes a chance. You give up a top 5 prospect who probably slots near, if not the top, of Cleveland's farm system now on the pitching side. So, again, this is very shrewd of what this front office usually likes to do. But, again, it goes back to the offense. How long can they continue having the league's worst team batting average, bottom third runs scored? They don't hit a lot of home runs. At some point, it's going to run out. But the way they're going right now and the way the Detroit Tigers are playing, I mean, objects are closer than they appear if you're the Motor City Kitties. They were leading by 14 games at one point. It's down to 6 as we enter play today.
All right, so Zach Littell comes over from Tampa. They upgrade their rotation a little bit here. We know that Lodolo left with the blister. We'll see how long that is. Brian Hayes makes a great play against the Cubs, so he comes over for defensive purposes. The Reds are hanging in at 3.5 back. Do you view them in the same light as the Guardians?
I give the Reds much more of an elevated chance to be able to run down a final playoff spot. And I just think you look at kind of where their swing and miss capability throughout the rotation and in the back end of the bullpen. I mean, Tony Santillan has been just a revelation here this year, and particularly the last couple of weeks, arguably the best reliever in all of baseball. Emilio Pagan has really solidified that closer spot. It has been a little touch and go last couple of weeks for him, but you and I have talked many times. It's all predicated on the health and effectiveness of this rotation. You get Hunter Green back. I think Mark DeRosa even said on LME Network he's one of his top 5 most critical impact players, and particularly a pitcher down the stretch. I love the continuity of the offense at this point. You tip your cap to Paul Skeens. No one's scoring off him right now, so you just kind of file that one away like, all right, it is what it is. You get Chase Burns on the mound tonight, and it kind of sets up very much so in the fashion of, hey, we get tonight, then you got a chance to win the series here over the weekend. You mentioned Zach Littell getting the start, likely in that series finale. Nick Martinez has been pretty solid too. So anxious to see what they do, especially AR when they come back home. This is where we'll find the real litmus test. Philly for 3, Brewers for 3. It's all in front of them. It's all there for the taking.
Are you dipping a toe in the water for the Shedeur Sanders debut in preseason tonight? I mean, do we want to go with a half prop or what do we think? Are we staying away? I think the Browns, let me give you they're a dog by what, 6, I think?
Yeah, got to be 33.5 for the total.
Yeah.
I would say if you can find it, I mean, take a shot on him throwing a touchdown pass. He's going to have to be in there for a while, AR, just because they don't have any other healthy bodies except for Snoop Huntley there. So I think he gets plenty of run. What the effectiveness looks like here and how long Carolina, I know Carolina's going to play their starters at the beginning there. So he's going to at least get a half of football. Anxious to see kind of what that transpires.
All right, brother. Enjoy it, man. Always a good time talking. Have a great weekend.
Likewise. Thanks, buddy.
You got it. That is our boy, Jensen Lewis, VSiN Live at MLB Network on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We come back with Tell the Truth, Rothman Ice and the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Men, summertime is here. And that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
This Hall of Fame moment takes a look at a record-setting performance from a player who'd only been in a Reds uniform for 2 months. The fans that filed into Great American Ballpark on Tuesday evening, June 6th, 2017, to see the Reds take on the St. Louis Cardinals had no idea of the offensive spectacle they were about to witness.
Jeanette jammed, but he hits it out to left. That ball's going to fall. Here comes Hamilton racing around third. He's going to score. Oh, this baby is hammered high and deep, and it is 5-0 Reds. That's a grand slam. My goodness, Scooter Jeanette. And this ball hammered into right center field, and it's a long 2-run home run. Scooter Jeanette. Ball hit down the left field line by Jeanette into the corner. That's a home run, and that is the 3rd home run of the night for Scooter Jeanette. Line drive right field. Ball carrying well. Home run. Scooter Jeanette. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4 home runs tonight for Scooter Jeanette.
An offensive performance for the ages by Scooter Jeanette. First player in Major League Baseball history with 5 hits, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. The Hall of Fame moment is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. Put their financial strength behind you. Visit westernsouthern.com.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com. Or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
Donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
And we have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
We work to help your neighbors, the planet, and you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
It's your lucky day, because at Speedway, there's a $5,000 winner every single day. All you do is shop with Speedy Rewards. Then play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. So you could win $5K today, or the next day, or the next day, or the next... Okay, you get it. New daily cash winners only at Speedway. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/26 USDC 16+. For official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-a-day.com/rules.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties are $5.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Get 50% off all window styles, plus no interest until 2030. Visit windownation.com now.
Tell the truth. If Shedeur Sanders has the stat line of Kyle McCord from last night, how will that go over in Browns Nation?
We'll all just take a deep breath and no one will ever react at all.
McCord was 1 of 5 for 8 yards and a pick.
Hey, he was 2 of 5. Just the other team.
Oh, you want to give him a touchdown too if it went back for a pick 6?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, you got to give credit where credit is due. The man completed.
It wasn't a pick 6, was it?
The man completed the pass. It was not a pick 6.
Okay,
Talk about to tell the truth. I was texted last night that it was a pick 6. It was not.
Oh.
It was.
You were texting with Kyle?
I was.
I heard it was a pick 6. I told you it wasn't.
Kyle, I heard that you threw it to the Bengals. Any comment?
All right, so Shedeur over under 1 for 5 for 8 yards. I'll take the over.
I'll take the under. He sits out tonight to rest up for the start of the regular season.
You'll be wrong.
I will be wrong.
So the FedEx Cup playoffs got underway yesterday.
Whoop, whoop.
Tommy Fleetwood has a 4-shot lead right now.
We didn't do the bet thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's still time.
All right. Keep going. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Squirrel.
Tommy Fleetwood has a 4-shot lead currently, but Rory McIlroy is not in the field this week at the FedEx St. Jude Championship because he's already locked into the Tour Championship. So he can take a rest and play next week to get ready and then be ready for the Tour Championship. So do you guys agree with the format?
All right. So this is a longer conversation, and the reason it's not is because it would probably bore most of the people. So that's why I wouldn't develop it into a real long conversation or a full segment. I don't think Rory's the big blame here. It's the system. It's flawed. Now, I think from an optic standpoint, this looks horrible. McIlroy is snubbing FedEx essentially here, who've been with the tour for a million years. It's in the headquarters hometown, right after he collected $10 million in bonus money for the regular season. I prefaced it with, this is not really on him. Just bringing everything to the equation so people can be informed. How do you think FedEx feels about that? That the guy they just gave $10 million to in the regular season decided to snub them? That's number one. Number two, I can't blame him completely because this would be like saying, well, if NFL teams have earned enough wins where resting their starters in Week 17 wouldn't hurt them, they're going to do it. This is load management in the NBA. This is all that. You can complain about it, and I do. But it's more of the system.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong about what?
Just keep going, but you're wrong.
If you want to make it, I never liked the stroke lead they gave those guys in the playoff. I don't like the fact that Scheffler could shoot 4 straight rounds in the 90s. Did you hear me correctly? In the 90s and still show up at the BMW in first place in the standings? Because that's not a playoff to me. Rory essentially earned a bye, and he took it.
There you go.
The difference is it doesn't make me want to watch. And so take the playoff, start it at zeros, and let these guys show up for a 3-tournament event and take it seriously. And then they'd advance. You know why they won't do that? Because FedEx and the other advertisers don't want to take a chance of losing big stars in round 1 and have nothing to show for it in rounds 2 and 3. Or make it match play at the end. That way you have great one-on-one battles. I think they're missing with their playoff system, and that's why I'm saying it like I'm saying it. I don't think this is on Rory completely. The system is set up for this, and he took advantage of it.
I think you absolutely nailed it at the end there. It is a bye. I think the system's fine. I think the system, the idea that magically people who don't watch golf are going to tune in for the FedEx Cup playoff, the first round, it's not going to happen. The entire season, it's what they call it, the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. So if earlier in the season you find a way to get yourself first 2 buys, congratulations. Enjoy it. Now, if you want to go out there and make money in the St. Jude and make money in the BMW, that's your prerogative.
But doesn't it stink that Scheffler can essentially pee down his leg and still advance?
No, because at the end
of no other team could do that in the playoffs.
At the end of the day, no other team, I guess, yes, if you're saying it in that regard, a team could go 16-0 and lose the first round and be done. But, like, Scheffler was so dominant this year that he shouldn't be on the same playing field as everyone else entering week 1 of the FedEx Cup. That's not how, that's like saying, because it's not.
I know what you're saying, because you can't, quote, seed them.
Yes,
it's not
exactly. You can't play 1 versus 16.
That's why.
So you're putting everyone on the same line. And I'm with you. I hated when they started at -10 or whatever that was. That was stupid.
I don't think there's a perfection in it, except if you made the finals match play, and then you could graduate to something fun.
That would be fun.
Those guys are not in his league.
It's all done. That's
Thanks, Jack.
That's Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, that's right. Hits it some kind of long.
Roll back the golf ball.
So Ohio State and Virginia are playing a non-conference basketball game on Valentine's Day.
Virginia's for lovers. Did you know that?
Okay. Absolutely. Are you guys with these non-conference games during conference games in the college basketball season?
No.
It's weird. Ruins the flow.
Weird. Because then, you know what's nice about the middle of February? Is that I start to get excited for March because I start thinking, okay, here's where we stand in the Big Ten. Now, how would they fare against other conferences? Gets me revved up. Gets me going for the NCAA tournament. Instead, now you got me playing Virginia here in the middle of February. You got all these teams playing each other. I'm like, well, this is where they stand. I don't want to know that now. I want to know that March 25th when they all take the court across the country.
Once you're deep into conference play, I think it has a certain feel to it. It's a little bit of a gauntlet. Not every team is great, but you're playing Big Ten games. It feels like that's a bad time to take a one-off. Now, I say that knowing that everything is built towards March anyway. And so how much stock are we putting in the regular season anyway? You're just building it. So I wouldn't go crazy about it, but I wouldn't vote for it.
I will say I will for sure watch. So,
yeah, I like it. It could be a resume boosting win for sure, especially at that time when it could be needed.
I have a problem. Vote. Was that me?
You on
yes,
you.
It was.
Yeah. That was me on me.
Yeah.
Vote.
So James Peoples and CJ Donaldson are going to be called Sonic and Knuckles.
I love it and hate it.
Are you guys with that?
It's a video game.
Yes, but it's also what Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery up in Detroit are called. I love it and I hate it. I'm in the middle. Don't make me pick.
It's okay. They like it. I'm for it.
All right, Dad. You know what? As long as they're happy, I'm happy for them.
I mean, am I going to be calling them Sonic and Knuckles on the air? No. That's the bottom line.
What if they changed their name to Sonic and Knuckles?
Legally?
Legally.
Then we'd have to.
All right. I assume that was a picture of your mom?
That's right.
That's a good one.
All righty.
That's a good one.
That's a good truth under.
That's a good one.
Adam, thank you. You can go back to work now.
I'm looking at a half-empty bottle of...
I'll play it for you.
And I'm looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavatier, which means that we are just about out of time.
We are. Have an awesome weekend. Common Man and Timmy up next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Burnt out, foggy, running on caffeine and willpower? It's time for a reset. Hydrate Me Med Spa brings next-level wellness to Central Ohio with medical-grade IV drips, NAD+ for brain and energy support, and ozone therapy to detox at the cellular level. This isn't just self-care, it's a system upgrade. Feel sharper, sleep deeper, perform better. Now open in Dublin, Grandview, New Albany, and Granville. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinder Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting hindermotorcompany.com.
Attention Columbus foodies. Are you a smoker of mouth-watering chicken wings? Then bring the heat to the Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest, presented by American Nitro. First place wins $1,000, but more importantly, bragging rights. It's all going down Saturday, October 4th with wings, beer, music, and more. Sign up your team today at americannitro.com/wingfest. Don't wait. Spots are filling up smoking fast. Wingfest supports local causes like Southwest Career Academy, Ghosts of War, and Gigi's. Let's wing it for a great cause. Sign your team up today.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers. Tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.